This week, White Horses Could Drag Me Away as we discuss Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I am your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always, the only man in Haddonfield who's boycotting strip joint Frankenstein, Tim Yobo. How are you doing?
It's got a picture of a dead fucking stripper in it, and of the worst stripper I've ever seen working at night. She's a fucking that's a Tuesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon stripper.
Yeah, that's a rough stripper, man. That's a rough stripper. But Tim, we're not alone on this journey. No, we are joined by our own 3 p.m. on a Tuesday stripper. It's Candice. How are you doing?
I like how you improvised based on, because I know you probably had one lined up. What was it?
Yeah, can we get the alternate ending?
Yeah.
Can we get the director's cut?
Okay, I'll give you the director's cut. Joining us as always, the only girl not invited to that Halloween party, it's Candice.
I think the new one's better.
Yeah, it is.
I'll take 3 p.m. on a Tuesday stripper.
Folks, we are here at the beginning of March Madness. As you might have imagined, we're doing a month of the worst fucking movies that all of us could come up with, and our first offering came to us straight from Candice. We'll get to that in a minute, though, because before we do, it's everybody's favorite segment. Candice, what have you been consuming this week?
I got to traumatize my children last night, and I made them watch Insidious.
That is such a great thing to do to your children. So
it is.
why?
It's a payback. It's payback for all the shit they put me through.
So why traumatize your children, and
It's a
why
way to keep them quiet for a couple of hours.
Fair, and why specifically Insidious?
Well, my daughter was watching like TikTok videos of people singing creepy songs and Tiptoe. Huh?
You're okay with your daughter being on TikTok?
She's not on. She's watching YouTube videos of TikTok videos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she wasn't on TikTok. Yeah.
I was going to say, that's more traumatic than Insidious.
No, fuck no. So then Tiptoe Through the Tulips came on, and she fixated on that song. She Googled it and was playing it constantly.
Tiny Tim, Tiptoe the Tulips?
Yes.
Tiny Tim, yep.
Oh, yes.
And so she was like, why is this considered a creepy song? And I was like, I got a movie to watch you. I got a movie to watch you. I got a movie to show you.
I got a movie to watch you and an English book what to learn you from.
So that song is considered creepy because it's in a creepy movie?
Because it's an Insidious, yep.
Okay. As long as it's considered creepy because Tiny Tim was creepy.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to see Tiny Tim while he sings it to get creeped out. But if you just hear it.
It was so much fun watching how scared they were. And, you know, in the beginning of the movie, it's kind of slow and quiet. And I was like, just hang in there. But when shit hits the fan, pretty early on in the movie, too, and the tension never lets up, I wasn't letting them look away from the screen, and I was scaring the shit out of them because...
Did you Clockwork Orange them?
You were Clockwork Orange?
Yeah, what the fuck? I didn't let them look away from the screen.
Did not. I was every time they would look at me to say something, I'd be like, look at the screen. Because there's always these little things that pop up in the movie
that adds
to the overall creepiness. And I'd be like, did you see that? They're like, what? And so I'd go back a few frames and I'd point out. Yeah. They freak themselves out just looking for the background figure. They'd see it and they'd gasp and grab my hands and squeeze my hands and stuff. And so by the end of the movie, they were about dead.
So wait, what's the thing in that? Is that the one with the white face thing?
No, it's black and red.
Black and red. Okay.
Yeah, it's a black and red demon. And there's that one really famous jump scare that happens in Insidious. It's very famous. And my son knew about it, and I could tell because when the scene started, he gasped and he looked at me. And I just so he knew what was coming up. And so yeah, my daughter looks at me and I was like, don't look away from the screen. Keep looking at the screen. She's watching it. And then the giant jump scare happens, and she completely no-sells it. She goes, I saw that in the video already. I was like, God damn
It's
it!
your daughter, Candice. That's your daughter, right?
Speaking of my daughter, so ever since watching Wednesday, she's become goth. She wears black and white now and likes scary things.
Oh no!
So by the end of the movie, she's like squeezing my hand so tight, I thought I was going to lose circulation. And she goes, "This is awesome." I was like, "Yep, that's my girl."
Yeah. Yeah, she's going to be dating all sorts of men that you're going to have to be shooing away from the house.
Yeah, but unlike me, she has a father figure. So
Oh, that's true.
she's already got a leg up on me.
That's fair. That's fair. That used to be my entry point, was asking chicks about their dad.
Yep, we all know it.
It's a good move, really. Okay, so you were consuming Insidious with your children. You know what? That's surprisingly wholesome, I got to admit. I thought it was going to be worse.
We
Could have
really
been worse.
had,
You could have been watching this movie with the kids.
Ugh.
we really had a lot of fun, like scaring each other and stuff.
Awesome.
And I'm like, oh, this is great, because they're going to look back when they're like grown up and moved out and stuff, forgotten their mom, and they'll think back on this and they'll be like, man, that was fun.
Living in their weird tubes that we all live in, eating bugs like
In the
we're going
future.
to in the future.
The Democrats want us to have.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
eating bugs, no more cows.
Nobody owns anything anymore. Yeah. I can't wait. So what about you, Tim? What have you been consuming, my friend?
Again, since last week, not much has changed except they canceled my Apple order 2 times, and finally I found the right one. I'm going to stick with it. And I watched one of the documentaries on that Murdoch guy.
Rupert Murdoch, yeah.
No, not Rupert Murdoch. The one who killed his fucking family.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Didn't get away with it.
No, but the shit that he did get away with, up until that point, if he didn't kill his fucking kid, he probably would have gotten away with it. But it just shows you, it's still, you know what? For all the people who are bitching about, oh, this is a woke country, the poor white man don't got no more power anymore. Poor old white people, what are we going to do? That motherfucker got away with shit for his whole fucking life because he was rich and white.
Yeah. I mean, it helps. The rich part helps a lot, too, if I'm going to be honest with you.
No, just a brief thing that got me the first thing was his son got drunk, got in a fucking boat with his friends, crashed a fucking boat, and one chick ended up dying. The other ones are all fucked up. He gets his ass down to the fucking hospital, lickety split, the father, and starts telling all the kids to shut their mouths because he's going to represent them for free. And then he tried to flip it around that the poor kid was the one who was supposed to be driving the boat, not his son.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Of course it was the poor kid. Not his son, clearly. Let me tell you firsthand, I know it wasn't my son. It was the poor kid.
That's why rich kids always have that one poor friend that they hang around with, right? So when shit hits the fan, they're the ones, Daddy's paying my lawyer. My lawyer's telling me to shut my mouth.
It's just that makes me think of Bodies, where the one poor friend, both of her parents are college professors, but everybody else is just so fucking rich.
Yeah.
She's the poor friend.
That's great. So I've been just consuming mostly bad horror movies on the bank.
Yeah, you've been abusing yourself.
I've been abusing and amusing myself. And it's all been in service to the podcast. I've been trying to find the right bad movie for this month because I really want to do a good job of it. I briefly considered doing Leprechaun Origins just in celebration of St. Patrick's Day coming up, Tim.
There isn't a good Leprechaun movie, so anyone that you pick is still going to.
That is not true, Tim. Leprechaun in the Hood is good.
Leprechaun 4 in space.
Leprechaun in Space is good. Yep, there you go.
Wow, they got the space fast. Fuck.
Yeah, they only took 4. That series didn't have the longevity of a fucking Friday the 13th.
Let's just jump the fucking shit right now. Let's go straight to space. That's it.
Yep,
then we can get a box set and retire.
I think didn't he go to space before he went to the Hood?
Yeah, because In the Hood is 5.
That makes sense.
How does he get back from space?
Because if you think about it...
Because there's no continuity. That's how he got back.
If you think about it, you always have to be escalating in your sense of danger, right?
And then the 6th one is Back to the Hood.
So maybe there's a multiverse of leprechauns. Like,
well, right.
Marvel, right?
You go to space, that's dangerous. What's more dangerous than space? The hood. Once you've gone to the hood, there's nothing more dangerous than that, so you go back to the hood.
Yep, and then you go back to your origins.
And then you go back to your origins, and you have a little person wrestler play the leprechaun. So that's fun.
Why did you say it like that? A little person wrestler?
Because it's a very famous wrestler, Tim.
It's not the same guy in all the movies?
No.
The newest one, Origin, had that wrestler. Fuck, I can't think of his name.
Hornswoggle.
Hornswoggle, that's right. My brother's really big into wrestling.
That's his birth name, too, Hornswoggle.
Yeah, with a name like that, you don't got too many choices.
All right, so here we go. We got this fucking
Wasn't there a wrestler
Halloween.
named Sheamus, and they were like a team?
Sheamus and Hornswoggle, yeah, and Hornswoggle was Vince McMahon's illegitimate son. He used to hide.
Actually knew that.
He used to hide under the ring all of the time, but I guess one time he was drunk and he passed out under there. So when he was, which fucking rules, by the way, official hero of the show. So another wrestler had to like wake him up and be like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get out here! You're supposed," because they're up there trying to like sell shit, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, who is that?" And the crowd's like, "What do you mean, who is that? I don't see anybody." Fucking great.
Well, it's a little person.
Well, no, they didn't see him because he was passed out under the mat, Tim. Not because of his stature. Okay.
I've actually seen a wrestling show.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, with Dave
Never
Bautista.
have.
You saw yours with what?
Dave Bautista. Like, he was there. Yeah.
Mine was with a bunch of nobodies. It was Portland wrestling, which used to be a thing.
I traded my brother to wrestling tickets, and I took him.
Oh, well, that's nice of you.
Yeah, I'm a very nice person, believe it or not.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't know it.
Scare my kids.
Yeah, just traumatize your fucking children. You gotta get like the red and black mask from Insidious.
Oh, I remember. I showed them not the Grudge. I showed them The Ring, and like when I kissed them goodnight that night, I whispered 7 days in their ears.
Candice.
See, this is part of the fun of having kids, Tim.
You can do shit like that.
You can fuck them up for life, and then
you've heard the shit they give me. They deserve everything that happens to them.
to be fair, yeah, they do.
That's true. Yes, your son is getting a little bit too big for his britches. You gotta take him down a peg.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's been high on life because Mr. Beast Bars has a new one called D's Nuts. It's peanut butter flavored. So he keeps asking his friends if they've had D's
All right.
Nuts.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this Mr. Beast thing?
Okay, so the Beauty and the Beast?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with that. This is a YouTuber.
Yes, I know that. And he's some young guy, and he has a bunch of like Beast Burger restaurants, right? They're all ghost kitchens.
Yeah,
that are getting like people sick and fucking sending them to the hospital.
I didn't know about that, but he's some big YouTuber that does a bunch of like philanthropic efforts, but it's also he's making money off of it, so people hate it.
So he's doing a publicity stunt.
It's the old Carlin.
Is that the guy that I saw that went to fucking Africa and gave like 2,000 kids glasses or some shit like that?
He fixed 2,000 people's eyes so they could see again, and then he gave like 2,000 kids in Africa shoes.
Yeah. Like a white man should.
Yeah, and now everybody's mad because they're like, well, he's only doing it to make money. And it's like, motherfucker, at this point, at this stage of capitalism, all we can hope for is that the rich, like, somehow it gets in their head that it's funny or a good idea to help us.
Troll poor people by paying for their hospital.
Yeah, that's all we can hope for because we're fucked. We're going to die.
Well, didn't that cocksucker Andrew Tate? Andrew Tate did the same thing, right?
I have no
Somebody
idea.
was on like GoFundMe saying like my kid needs an operation, donate, and he got on the thing with some comment about say something about me and I'll say something nice about me and I'll pay for it.
Yeah,
because I have more cars in my garage than you can make in a year.
You know what? Good,
yeah.
Good. Yeah, whatever the fuck he wants me to say, I'll say he's got the biggest dick in prison right now. Wherever he's at.
No, because last night I was high and I went down a YouTube rabbit hole and I ended up somehow watching a thing about ghost kitchens.
Wait a second. Hold on. I got to pick my jaw up off the floor. Tim, you were high last night?
Yes.
Wow.
And it turns out that this guy has like fucking 6,000 restaurants across the country.
Yeah,
but they're all ghost kitchens, and it's all stuff where like they were showing on the thing. Literally right now, Eddie, we could start a Bloody Bits kitchen, a Bloody Bits restaurant, and put it on fucking Yelp, put it on Postmates and all that stuff, and you just have like a little tiny space, or sometimes just a truck.
Okay.
And it's all pre-made fucking ingredients that you buy, and basically you just put it together and sell it.
I'm down with that.
This one guy, he ordered 9 chicken sandwiches from 9 different restaurants.
Okay.
And he picked them up all at the same spot. It was a kitchen that had 42 fucking restaurants in it.
Okay, that's cool. I saw a dude that he set up a fake restaurant where he was selling reheated frozen pizzas.
Was it you?
No, but you know what? I should have. It's a good fucking point, Candice. No, it wasn't me. It was just some dude went to Walmart, bought out all their frozen pizzas, reheated them, and delivered them to people's houses.
No, I think we should look into investing in a Bloody Bits restaurant.
Yeah, that's a good idea, Tim.
Everybody wants to eat at a restaurant called Bloody Bits.
Well, we could change it around. Like the bits, that's it, right?
Yeah, it's Asian fusion.
Asian fusion. Sounds good to me. It'll be what else? What kind of Asian do we do? We do
I'll
Korean.
send you the video link because like literally it looks like it's almost as easy as like I can go on my iPhone and set this thing up. And it's like what is the fucking thing that they do that everybody's pushing on? The passive income making it where you don't do shit but you make money.
Yeah.
Which usually means that you're making somebody else money.
Yeah, best
That's called MLMs.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
the best thing I've heard for like passive income is whores. You get some whores.
They better not be passive. They better be earning that money.
No, that's right.
And then they give you some money. Well, you don't have to do any work. You just have to smack them around on occasion.
No, sometimes look, pimping ain't easy.
Pimping ain't easy,
know
but it's
that,
necessary, right? Tim.
It's public
It
service.
is necessary, yeah. So here we are. March Badness. I'm already regretting this one, by the way.
Thank God the month's already half over, though, because as we record this, it's the 12th, right?
Yeah, I know. We got lucky on that one because Candice insisted on taking the first week for her birthday. So
Yeah,
it's really
how dare I? It's not like it took a whole month.
Yeah, it's kind of like a cheat month, you know? So we're not doing the full. Although we could do a bonus episode with a terrible movie.
There was that one you found.
I have a very
that made my life.
I have a very fun idea. You're talking about the 3-hour one, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have a fun idea for that one. Did I float that to you guys in the Discord?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we do hour by hour with different
yeah, we have a
people.
different guest that just watches 1 hour of it and tags in.
Who the fuck are we going to get stupid enough to agree to be the third person on
Tim,
that tag team?
don't say stupid enough because I'm going to have to float it to somebody eventually.
And hopefully
And
they
it'll
don't
be
listen
like,
to this episode.
It'll be all like, "Hey guys,
I'm sorry. I don't care who the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Even if we finally get Sybil Danning on the show, I'm calling her out being stupid for being the third person in that fucking tag team.
You know what, Tim? I've got to get like somebody you respect that's your favorite guest that we've had on to be the third one now. Just to make it uncomfortable for you. It'll be like we'll get Mike on as the third guest.
He doesn't listen to the show.
That's fair. Okay, so yeah, you can call him stupid all you want then.
There you go, sir.
Speaking of stupid, Candice, this movie. Not the movie.
Yeah, I was not stupid for picking this.
Oh my God. You know what? I've never seen this one before. I'm going to throw it to you though. Why did you select Rob Zombie's Halloween 2?
I also had never seen this before. This is a first time watch for me.
How?
Yep.
What about you, Tim?
Christ. I've seen it.
Okay,
I rented it because it was something I bought the bootleg DVD because I could get it for 75 cents.
Did you buy it from somebody on a blanket down in Chinatown or some shit?
No, but this came out, 2007?
2009.
All right, yeah. Still at that time, there was a couple places around where I lived that catered to, I guess, to the people in my neighborhood are too old to figure out how to download shit illegally and want to watch like their Korean soap operas and Korean shows and all that stuff. So you'd go into a place and it'd be like one of those, the one that I used to go into. The front part was a tailor
Okay.
with some Korean ajima doing hand sewing, fixing shit up. And in the back, there was a guy that just had like 8 computers
Okay.
and a bunch of blank DVDs.
So he's just out there just copying them out.
Just copying them
Nice.
out. And if you bought 5 of them, it went down to like 75 cents each and all that stuff. You could make requests and all that. They weren't the greatest quality.
No. I imagine not.
For 75 cents at the end of the day to see
So that
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 or Battleship. It's okay.
Okay. I don't know if you paid
Can we pick
75.
Battleship as a...
Oh yeah. If you paid 75 cents for this, Tim, you got ripped off, buddy.
I did, yes.
Okay. So Candice, why did you pick this one?
Well, to get into the little background of the first one for me.
Mm-hmm.
So before the first Rob Zombie's Halloween came out, the last Halloween was Resurrection.
Oh
which
yeah.
was a flaming turd. I remember being so disappointed after watching that, being like, they've killed this
Is
franchise.
that the one with Josh Hartnett in it?
No,
Hartlett?
it's the
Yeah.
one with Busta Rhymes.
Oh, wait. He does karate
Yes.
on Michael Myers.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and then by this point, House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects had come out, and fucking Rob Zombie's on fire.
Mhm.
You know, like 2
wish he
fantastic
was.
movies. Yeah, I was actually heard he's a really nice guy.
All that
so.
hair and those pyrotechnics. Come on, man.
But, and so I was so pumped to see this movie, and I had to wait for it to come out on DVD or whatever. And I was like apartment sitting for my boyfriend because he was out of town, and his apartment was like 10 times nicer than mine with like surround system and everything. So I was like, hell yeah. So I like grabbed a 6-pack, grabbed the movie. I was like, it's movie night tonight all by myself. And so then I watch it, and I was so fucking disappointed. Again, it hurt twice as hard because not only was the last Halloween so fucking awful, but Rob Zombie at the time was a great director. Like, this was a known talent who had proven himself that he can make a great movie. And so when I heard that he was going to make the new Halloween, I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So hyped and excited. And then I watch it, and it was the biggest movie blue balls I ever had in my life. Oh, God, it scarred me. And then when the second one came out, I was like, I'm not even going to bother. Life is too short.
Wow.
That's
damn.
good.
I was so pissed. And that's why, to this day, I am pissed at Rob Zombie as a person because of fucking the first Rob Zombie Halloween. And I never watched the second one, but I had heard it was even worse than the first. So it was like, this is the perfect example of a genuinely awful, bad movie that you cannot say is good on any measure, except for the gore.
The gore's pretty good. Mostly.
This isn't Uwe Boll. This isn't someone who's never once made a bad movie. This is someone who made 2 fantastic movies and then made shit.
What?
Well,
He has one good movie, and that's it.
No.
The Devil's Rejects.
House of a Thousand Corpses is great.
That is a piece of shit fucking movie. The stutter fucking things all over it. Fucking Dr. Evil. And then there's really fucking zombies and a fucking Nazi scientist living underground?
Yeah, sure.
Suck my
Why
dick.
not? I loved it.
No,
I
no.
love that movie. Oh,
Stupid.
oh, I should do my baby Firefly impersonation.
nah, it's good.
I'm really good at it.
Usually, chicks that have like some father problems, pretty good at sounding like that, in my experience. That's those are kind of 1-to-1.
There's no college professor daughter who's sounding like that.
No, there's not.
So I picked the second one on the faith of what people had said, and it's even worse than they described it. So
You know how bad this movie is, Candice?
boy.
I apologize to Matt Anderson. If I had a choice, I would watch The Last Halloween with Corey in it. Then I would watch
I
this
agree with
fucking
you.
movie again.
I 100% agree with you.
Because say what you will about Halloween Ends, it's distinguishable as a movie.
Yeah, it's an actual movie.
This is not.
This is
Just a long love letter to the Moody Blues.
yeah, this is 2 hours of a music video.
This is a mess. This is an entire okay. So Tim, what's your history with this mess? You watched it. You said you got it in Chinatown.
Like I said, I hated the first one. I do not need to see Michael Myers as a kid.
No,
I don't need to see all that other shit. I don't care.
Oh, not to mention the graphic rape scene, because I watched the unedited version.
yeah.
And that was like,
The
what
only-
the fuck in a Halloween movie?
Yeah.
Well, Rob,
the only thing that I liked about that movie was William Forsythe. That was it. And he was killed in the first 10 minutes. And then after that, I'm like, oh, fuck.
Well, Rob Zombie's got a thing for rape scenes in his movies. So
It's, like, I loved House of a Thousand Corpses and The Devil's Rejects. So I liked that hellbilly aesthetic that he has to his films. Like, I liked that. Yeah. But then he applied it to Halloween. And it's just a travesty.
House of a Thousand Corpses is...
Yo, when somebody calls Michael Myers a hippie, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's a hillbilly.
He's got those long, flowing locks. That's how everybody wants to see Michael Myers, as a fucking hobo.
Yeah, Tim, it's a nondescript year in a location that's supposed to be Illinois, but I guess not, because it's by way of
I have written down at a certain point, he has a beard. Michael Myers has a fucking beard. I don't care. My Michael Myers, I don't care how he does it. I don't want to see it. He's clean shaven all the fucking time.
Yep. Exactly.
No, mine is...
Maybe he's got a little stubble on the morning after Halloween because he's been busy all week.
My Michael Myers is doesn't matter. He's got a mask on.
Yeah, and he doesn't fucking talk.
Yeah, he doesn't talk.
Grunt while he's doing some... Who's doing that?
It's him.
Who's making that sound?
It's Michael Myers going,
Yeah,
and then saying, die.
That's your boy Sabretooth, says Michael Myers.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too, is he's scary in the original one as he's a regular fucking size dude.
Yeah, because he's just a regular guy. Yeah, that's what makes him scary. You don't know why he's doing it. You don't know what motivates him. And the fact that he is unstoppable, but he just looks, he's just got the shape of a normal dude. That's what makes him fucking scary. Not him being 7 feet tall. And if you don't
know what motivates him, you don't know how to stop him either, right? There's no rhyme or reason to what he's doing, except he's doing it and he's not going to stop.
It's the fear of the unknown. It's the oldest thing in horror. If you don't know why he's doing it, he might kill you. Or he might leave you alone. Who fucking knows? Exactly. He's crazy as shit. But no, and here it's because of his mom.
Yeah, he's got mommy issues. A mommy issue storyline that could be completely taken out
entirely.
Make a difference because he just had to put his fucking wife in this movie.
I was going to say.
He had to find a way to shoehorn her in here.
The only way you're going to take her out is if she's got another role in the movie. So.
He gets to make a little bit extra money, right? By putting his wife.
She could have been a stripper at the strip joint. I mean, that would have whatever. Anyhow,
she was a stripper at the strip joint, and just how bad this was, I watched a little bit of the fucking Lords of Salem while we were waiting for your late ass today, Eddie. And I'm like, the movie opens up on her fucking ass.
I was 10 minutes late, and you got to watch a movie.
Well,
by the way,
I was just like, I haven't seen that one because I only saw maybe the first 20 minutes of 31, and I went, no, fuck this shit. I don't care if I spend 75
I
cents
didn't watch another Rob Zombie movie until 31, and everybody's like, no, I swear this one's good, I promise. And I'm like, all right, I'm trusting you.
Nope.
And I watched it, and it was fucking horrible.
No.
Although tiny Nazi, right? Yeah. There's a tiny Nazi in that movie.
Yep. Yeah. Although I did get a brand new joke from it that I really liked. You want me to tell you the joke?
Please.
I have to.
Please.
What's the difference between whores and onions? I don't cry when I cut onions.
Okay.
That's my new favorite joke.
I swear, people tell Rob Zombie jokes and he catalogs them for his movies. Because we had the jam jelly joke.
Oh my god, that's one of my fucking criticisms of this movie is the fact that there's so many jokes said by multiple people. It's not just one character. This is their quirk. They tell jokes. This is just how he fucking writes every character. Everybody's just cracking jokes.
Because his ability to write characters is very similar to Kevin Smith, and that everybody has the exact same voice, most of the same opinions, and they just kind of have conversations with each other.
Where every other word is fuck.
Oh, yeah. 112 times fuck or a version of the word fuck said in this movie.
And if you wanted to, okay, well, when we get into the movie, I mean, we've already...
I think we can call it quits right now.
I think we're good. No, so let's... A little bit of the background. Candice, I guess you're going to feel a little better about this because while Zombie does have 1 3/4 of a good movie in him, this one might not be his fault.
Really?
Entirely. Well,
I think he did write and direct and produce it.
Okay, I'm going to give you some fun facts about it, and then you tell me whether this sounds like the truth or People scrambling.
Goddamn zombie
People
lie.
scrambling to make some fucking excuses. First one I saw on Internet Movie Database, I can't verify this one, but it was funny to me, is that John Carpenter was offered a cameo in the film that he turned down.
I saw that.
John Carpenter will do anything for
Let's
money.
see, who do you think John Carpenter would be in this movie?
The bouncer at the strip joint. Would have been great. Just gets his head fucking caved in.
Oh, he'd just be a patron.
No, but that was supposed to be poor Bill Moseley playing the bouncer, by the way. And he filmed for one day and was like, yeah, fuck this, and left.
Damn, really? Bill Moseley's ride or die with him.
I know, man, but not for this one. So, as we kind of talked about a little earlier, yeah, the Weinsteins were involved in this. Zombie complained that their oversight in the film fucked it up a bunch. They had a lot of notes that he had to integrate into it that he wasn't particularly fond of. Not to mention, they had to move filming from California to Georgia. And the weather there, kind of unpredictable. So whenever you see rain, it rained. It's not scripted, and they had to shoot around it.
Okay. That still doesn't make a bad movie.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. So also, the first week of footage, when it was being sent from them filming it to the studio, for them to get a look at it and do some cuts and edits and tweaks and stuff, apparently it was X-rayed by airport security, and it...
Thank God. Why didn't they do that with the rest of the
That's what I said. And it ruined...
Thank you, TSA.
And it ruined all of the film reels.
Oh, I'm sure great film was lost.
Oh, yeah. So they had to reshoot several days worth of the footage.
Okay, so they just reshot bad footage.
Yeah, I suppose.
Are you because is Rob Zombie trying to say that footage that got killed
was going to make all the difference?
Was top notch? Yeah,
I'm giving you all of the problems they had with production, okay. Tim. That's all I'm doing, okay? I am objective here. I am not injecting any sort of my opinion. Other than that, also, I guess the Weinsteins, it was supposed to come out on Halloween of 2009. Makes sense, but it didn't. They moved it up 2 months, so that tightened the filming schedule up a lot. Also,
doesn't make a fucking difference what time of year it came out in.
No.
Nope.
No, this was going to be a flop.
No, it just
whenever.
would make money, a little bit more money if it came out on Halloween instead of 2 months early. But
no,
still,
yeah.
If it's a good movie, it doesn't matter. It's still playing until
fucking Halloween.
So,
everybody knows Halloween. It doesn't matter if you know anything about horror movies. You're going to take your best gal out to go see the new Halloween.
Maybe.
She's not going to be a best gal after this
Maybe. Movie. What else was out 2009 around Halloween?
Fuck if I know. Oh.
What was its competition?
Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. I don't think it could have stood up for that.
The first one?
Yeah.
No. Was it the first one?
The first?
Yeah, it was the first one. That's right. This was
okay.
Yeah.
No. See, that's another bullshit. That's hindsight 2020. Okay?
Yeah, they didn't fucking know that.
Nobody knew that fucking Paranormal Activity was going to be a fucking gigantic
right.
blockbuster, and like, oh, we can't go out the same weekend that this little fucking $3,000 movie.
So another bullshit excuse.
Plus, which episode of the Saw franchise came out this year on Halloween?
Yeah, before it was Paranormal Activity, Saw owned October.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
right.
I mean, it's already kind of assumed there's going to be some decent horror coming out for this to compete with. Maybe they saw what was going on and they're like, I don't know how well this is going to fucking stand up. Maybe we put it out in August.
Get our money quick.
Yeah. So, also... Oh, okay. Here's a fun one. It's speculated that the only reason Sherry Moon Zombie is in here is because it's his wife, clearly, because she killed herself in the first movie. So why should she be here?
Yeah, and she can't act. Did you see that screenshot that I sent you?
Since we're talking about Sherry Moon Zombie now, I looked up something because I had a thought. When I was watching this, I was like, have I ever seen her in anything that's not Rob Zombie related? So I IMDb'd her. She's in like one episode of Law and Order, and she's in like one episode of Californication. That's it. The rest of it is all Rob Zombie. You must know that you are a talentless hack if you can't work with anyone besides your fucking husband.
Yeah.
Nobody wants you.
Well, maybe she looks at that she only wants to work with the husband. Because everybody else
I'm sure she hasn't had endless amount of rejected auditions. Yeah. I'm sure that has not happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you would figure that just from being in his movies, that could carry her over to just cameos in other movies. Oh shit,
Sherry Moon Zombie, yeah.
Sherry Moon Zombie, right?
Hand over fist with all the independent horror films being like, ooh, I got Sherry Moon Zombie to show up for this.
Oh, yeah,
But she doesn't.
How long did Karen Black dying off a fucking trilogy of terror?
Yeah.
The difference is Karen Black you want to see in a movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
fucking
fair.
exactly. Nobody wants her.
Who?
You know what? No, you gotta say that she does have a nice ass.
I have a nice ass. I can still work with other people.
Who, Zombie's wife?
Yeah.
Not enough on there. I need her to eat a little bit.
She is very skinny. You can see her chest bones.
I need some more ass on there. If we were playing blackjack, I'd see that ass and I'd hit. I wouldn't hit it. I'd be like,
I'd double down.
Oh, Tim.
Or actually, I'd split.
Jesus, Tim.
There you go. All right. I think we just worked out all the blackjack.
All right. She's giving me a soft 11.
Well, and if you're going to go raw, you better take the insurance.
Oh, God. Speaking of talentless hacks, this movie stars Scout Taylor Compton as Laurie Strode.
The most unlikable protagonist.
I cannot believe how many times I have written down is I hate
Yes,
Laurie.
over and over and over
That's-
again I have that written
guys,
down.
That's only because you guys watched the director's cut. In the original version of this, most of the scenes where she just gets into an argument with somebody for no reason is cut out.
Mm-hmm. You mean like the people who took her in for no reason and
God.
saved her from, I don't know.
Such a...
Because she's old enough, she wouldn't have gone to a fucking orphanage or anything. She just had to go out and make it on
What,
her
you don't
own.
think that her swerving around in traffic calling people motherfuckers because you had a trauma? You don't think that's like a reasonable thing to do?
I'll tell you what, though, Tim. A year later, she would go to be in a movie called The Runaways portraying Lita Ford.
I saw that because I kept looking at her. I was like, she looks so familiar. And then I kind of figured out what it was. And maybe I'm going to give this movie too much credit. I think that they told her, or somebody told her, you have to act like Sherry Moon Zombie.
With that voice.
Because, with the voice, just even like the hair a little bit and everything like that. And just a little bit like the inflections in her voice. Because it turns out, spoiler alert, guess what? Her name isn't even Laurie.
It's Angel.
It's Angel.
The most white trash name in
Dude,
existence.
because that wasn't her name. That wasn't her
God.
birth name in the fucking series. Angel.
Yep, she's Angel.
Just shaking my head. Just shaking my fucking head.
Matt Anderson, he knows that's not Laurie's real birth name, Angel. They did that because they wanted it to be like a dichotomy between her and Michael. So then was his birth name supposed to be Devil then? Like
Diablo Myers.
Diablo Myers. You know what? I'd watch it. That'd be better. Diablo Myers. You give me a reboot. Yeah, I'm better with that fucking shit. But we do have some fun stunt casting, I guess you could call it, because there's some names in this fucking movie.
Oh my! When one person showed up, my jaw dropped to the ground.
Oh yeah, was that Tyler Maine, aka Sabretooth, who was in fucking playing
No,
Michael
I already
Myers
knew.
again?
I already knew that he was Michael
Second
Myers.
time, by the way, playing Michael Myers.
That's the guy?
What?
That was the guy that played Michael Myers? The guy who... You weren't joking when you said
Yeah, you
Sabretooth
remember the
from
X-Men movies? Sabretooth,
Yes,
that's
I remember
him.
that one, yes. Liv Schreiber, what the fuck happened to you?
That's not.
No, Ted-
Oh, the
Oh
other
my god!
Sabretooth. Oh,
Did you think that was Liv Schreiber in this movie?
Yeah, Liv Schreiber fucking ate.
He is one of those method guys. I'm like, did he fucking put inches on and fucking like gain weight?
No, Tim, not him.
Liv Schreiber.
Holy shit!
It was
You're wearing
2007.
lifts?
Right?
What's going on here? No, not that Sabretooth, Tim. But we do have Malcolm McDowell reprising his role as Dr. Samuel Loomis.
Dr. Loomis.
And again, all right. In the original movies, Loomis isn't exactly the greatest guy in
But
the world.
he's not a
right?
fucking
But
narcissist.
he's yes, a sexual harasser. I'll give you, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
No, so, okay, originally you could say that he was one of those, like, scientific minds that kind of doesn't care about the repercussions of what they're doing potentially.
Yeah, they're pure research.
Yeah.
Right. It's all about doing it for the science, which
This
is
is like Dr. Phil. If Dr. Phil was Michael Myers,
this guy rules.
Psychiatrist.
This guy's like the rock star psychiatrist, like going around fucking hoes everywhere and beating his publicist. I love it.
Oh my god.
By the way,
Laying down all that local.
By the way, according to Rob Zombie, this was Malcolm McDowell's choice because he didn't want to play the same Loomis.
I don't.
I do not believe that at all.
No. Yeah, when Robert De Niro signed up for The Godfather, get the fuck out of here. When you sign up, that's the role you're fucking playing. You're not playing a different character.
Right.
All right, you know what, Mr. Zombie? I would like to be in your movie, but I want to be a different character. Don't make me Dr. Loomis.
Right.
Make me do something else. I'm Dr. Loomis's brother, and then that's how I can be different.
Whatever. He's getting paid. He's fine. Then, of course, Sherry Moon Zombie playing Deborah Myers.
Boo.
What about Sheriff Lee Brackett?
Ooh, Brad Dourif. My heart made my heart sing.
Fantastic. I mean, of the
waste of a Brad Dourif.
Of the act. I mean, he's Chucky. Come on, he's fucking Chucky. You're doing this to Chucky. Chucky's a treasure.
He's still doing Chucky, although I swear he sounds too old to be doing it, because now Chucky sounds like an old man.
Yeah, that is true. But come on, he's gonna cast?
Brad Dourif, he's Worm Tongue.
Yeah,
he's an icon.
Mm-hmm.
Guy's a legend. Poor guy. Poor guy. Oh, man. So, who else do we have in here? Candice, who else stuck out in your mind?
Margot Kidder.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I thought she was dead. I couldn't believe it.
I had to look it up. I was like, is this my face blindness again? I looked her up. I was like, that's not Margot Kidder. God damn if it isn't.
No, that's Octavia Jones.
No, but Octavia Spencer is in this movie.
Yes, she is.
Does she even get a credit at the end of the movie? I don't think I saw her name at the end of the credits.
I'll tell you my other favorite stunt casting in this is, what's his name? Richard
Brake.
Richard Brake? Brake's
Richard
in there
Brake's
too.
in this movie.
No, I was talking about the Night Watchman.
Dick Brake? Who?
Oh, that guy.
He's that guy. He's been in 400 fucking movies. Yeah. That guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. He was the guy.
You don't know his name either.
Oh, the guy with the fucking white mustache.
He got ran over by a car in Office Space. And remember, he's like, Peter, your dreams could come true. I mean, look at me. And he's in traction with a tube in his nose. Fucking love that guy. He's in everything. Fucking love him. Anyhow, but to get to your point, though, Candice, an actual star. Richard Brake is in this. Again,
I think this is the first appearance in a zombie film, and he never left after that.
Well, he wasn't. And he plays Frank in Barbarian. If you want to talk about recent shit,
Richard
but
Brake's
of course,
so fucking good.
He's also Doomhead in 31.
Oh boy, how can I forget?
Do not watch 31. That is a piece of shit.
His intro is he's like ass fucking this woman in the trailer, and then he sniffs his fingers. Oh God.
I mean, this guy is horror royalty, of course. He's the chemist in Mandy. He's all sorts of shit. But yeah, he's in this movie. He plays Gary Scott. And sorry he's in here. I feel like apologizing to all these people. Find him up on Twitter or
Margot Kidder, I'm very sorry.
Margot, really, Tim? I mean, why is she in this?
I couldn't believe it. I don't know why the fuck she's in it. Only thing is, I was so happy that she didn't get raped in this fucking movie.
True.
Because when I saw her, I'm like, oh my gosh, she's going to get
But she did have to listen to the scout chick's voice over and over and over again, screaming in her face, calling her a piece of shit.
Yeah. I mean, potentially, though, if she was raped, maybe Superman could have popped in and saved her. You know?
I mean, he did fly around the world and turn back time.
So stupid.
He did give up his powers to tap that.
Yeah, but then he got it back and he roofied. He super roofied.
Super roofied.
Just think about the implications of that. He could be fucking her every single night and then just erasing her memory the next day. and going to work with her. That whole kiss thing
that's
really threw a whole fucking thing in that
pretty
Superman
terrible
thing with her.
Speaking of pretty terrible, we have a couple of fun cameo appearances in here too. First of all, I'll start with a good one. Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah.
In a wholly unnecessary scene.
Oh my god, the whole thing could just be completely taken out and make no difference.
Oh my god, 90% of the Loomis shit could be taken. Loomis could just be taken out.
Plus, how is he on the Chris Hardwick show or whatever the fuck it's called?
Chris Hardwick?
Hardwick.
It wasn't the Chris Hardwick show. The Norman show. The show was supposed to be something else.
Yeah.
But how is he there? And then all of a sudden he's in Haddonfield like 10 seconds later.
Oh, okay. We're going to talk about time and space in this movie because I have a lot of fucking problems.
It means nothing. It means nothing in this movie.
So David Newman of the David Newman Show, Chris Hardwick was.
Okay, yeah.
And Weird Al's only request was he wanted to bring his own wardrobe, which I feel like that's his thing. Everywhere he goes, he's got to bring his own wardrobe because,
you let the man do what he wants.
Hey, speaking of Superman and Weird Al, is Tiny Tim the bizarro Weird Al?
Yes. Yep.
I could see that.
The guy with his curls are a little bit.
And I've seen his horror movie Blood Harvest.
Oh God,
that's one that you need to see if you haven't seen it.
We got to throw that one on the list.
No, but the entire reason for having this show, this setup, is to give a reason why Loomis does what he does at the end, which you could have just chalked that up to him being a doctor and being in that situation and knowing
him being there at the end made no difference. It made he did nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, don't go in the fucking place, you dickhead. Stand outside. Hey, Michael, here I am. Come get me.
Let me scream at someone.
Don't go into scream
at someone
bar.
having a nervous breakdown because that'll de-escalate the situation.
Well, yeah, the helicopter and all the other shit's not helping either.
So, I think we could start. We start at a time and a place where they don't establish it.
No, okay, all right. Whew, God, this movie. I fucking hate this movie so much.
All right, so we have a young Michael.
Take a vape. Take a vape.
I'm going to have to at some point.
And Candice, what's young Michael up to?
No, you missed the part where it had the explanation of the white horse.
No,
he had to put a fucking explanation of the white horse as just a title card in the beginning.
I do not give a fuck about the white horse. I do not care.
And it's like, well, maybe he had to do that because he has to show the psychology of the killer who doesn't talk. But then he uses the fucking kid to talk for the killer.
What do you mean?
And wait, does he already have that white horse? Did she bring the white horse that day as a gift? And he just happened, and so he says, last night I had a dream about a white horse. And that's what she brought him that day. A white fucking horse to play with. That could be broken off and used to kill people.
Psychic.
Child Michael Myers is in a sanitarium because of, we all know, the murder, right? His mother shows up before she killed herself, I guess, and is like, hey, I brought you a white horse. And he's all like, oh, Mommy, thank you for the white horse. I had
still talking at this point.
I had a dream about a white horse. That you came in white with a white horse and took me out of the hospital. She's like, that's cool. Mommy's got to go score some heroin and fuck. So you have fun.
No. Don't you forget. No, before this, she shows us the secret to finally, now we know how we could stop Michael Myers, but nobody's ever tried it before. Tickle.
Oh, yeah.
He's tickling Michael Myers.
Remember?
We do establish that. And then she's like, anyhow, now that I've bonded with you, I'm going to leave.
I'm going to get back to my strip club job that just got the new posters of me that they're putting up. I can't wait to see what it says.
So, yeah, then we cut to 15 years later, and we have Lori stumbling into town. The cops stop her. They pry a gun out. Thank God she was white, is the note I have here. 'Cause they just, pry a gun out of her hands and take her to the hospital to get all fixed up.
And is this when the dream sequence starts?
I don't know when the dream sequence starts.
I have good.
Because we know at a certain point that it's going to end, but I don't know when the dream is supposed to
start. So here's
start.
the problem.
Because she's dreaming about stuff that she's not even involved in.
She's stumbling through town. They take her to the hospital. They patch her up. They put the cool pins in her wrist and everything. Then Michael, of course, they pull his body out and they're like, hey, let's drive it to the fucking morgue. And meanwhile, we get the necrophiliac fucking meat wagon.
Oh, the conversation with Richard Brake.
Yeah.
About how he wants to fuck a dead body.
Yeah. Well, he's thought about it because he's heard stories.
Yeah, but then he saw one of them. You know, this teenager that's dead.
No, I mean, he
saw boobs for the first time, and he didn't know what to do with that information. So he's like, you know what? I better fuck a dead body. Nah, I'm just kidding. Ha ha ha, but not really. Ha ha.
So is she dreaming?
She's dreaming the joke about the.
Okay, she's dreaming this joke. And now here's another problem I'm going to have with this. You fucking idiot, Rob Zombie. If you're going to make this first 20 minutes of this movie, the whole thing with the hospital fucking dream, you better go fucking hard than me seeing a fucking pit of bodies. She's got that fucking brace in her fucking arm with the metal bars to it, right? Show me a scene where she tries to climb up that fucking fence and it gets stuck. And she has to pull it out or some shit like that. It's a fucking
wrap your head
dream.
around this. This is a 2-hour movie, and the first 30 minutes are a goddamn dream sequence.
The first 30 minutes of this movie are a dream sequence she's having. Because, Michael, they hit a cow, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I did like the gore. Like I said, you cannot fault this movie for the gore.
No, the gore is fun. Like, I'm fine with that. But
yeah, but like I said, give us more. It's a dream. Okay, you can go over the fucking top on this shit.
Or instead, you're just going to watch Richard Brake screaming "fuck" over and over again and spitting up blood for probably 10 minutes.
Conservatively, 10 minutes. No, my favorite. Tim, maybe why they didn't go so over the top with the gore is Rob Zombie in an interview commented that he thought that some of the cast members were stealing the budget from the movie.
What?
Yep.
What?
Was it his wife?
What does that mean? What does he mean? Does he mean like they're actually going into petty cash and stealing money, or by them being there and getting paid?
No. People were stealing money, not just being paid and then not putting in an effort.
Do you think it was Margot Kidder?
Physically, I hope. Oh God, Margot, I hope you robbed this motherfucker blind.
So wait, they were keeping cash on the set to pay for special effects?
Because how else do you fucking steal the money from the budget of the film? You forge checks in his name? What the fuck are they talking about?
Are you sure he doesn't mean like we had to pay Margot Kidder $50,000? She doesn't
stealing money from the budget of the film.
Oh, he asked her to be in this movie. It's not like she was knocking on the door. Mr. Zombie, can I be in your new film?
No.
Candice, if you pay attention to the last couple months of her life, she could have just been knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Margot Kidder was a treasure, man. Come on. She was Lois Lane, Tim. Come on, man. What are you doing? Maybe if it was Jimmy Olsen. When Jimmy Olsen dies, you can mock him, okay?
That is the best part about the Snyder universe, is when they kills Jimmy Olsen.
Oh, man. So, oh, God. So, she gets chased by Michael, ends up in the guard shack. Nicely guards like, well, I'll go get a car. I'll be right back.
And the nurses is Octavia Spencer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is when you first hear the when he's making the stabbing.
Yeah, well, then that means it was in a dream, so it's okay.
Yeah, even though he does it later every single time.
Okay, well.
Yeah, that's right.
She has oddly prescient dreams, Candice. I don't know what to tell you. So, she gets chased through fucking the boiler room of Nightmare on Elm Street, falls into a pile of bodies that the hospital's just disposing of.
And still at this time, you don't know this is a dream sequence. Right. You're like, what the fuck is this?
Yes. So, all right. So here's when before I found out it was a dream, I thought, all right, is that supposed to be all the people in the fucking hospital that Michael Myers killed, and he took all their bodies Hitman style and fucking hit them?
Put them in the laundry hampers.
Tim, you just reminded me of playing that Hitman game in VR, and I just want to go back and play it right now. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get higher than Giraffe Pussy tonight and play Hitman VR. That sounds so good.
Oh.
There you
Thank
go.
you.
Also, I wanted to point out that Rob Zombie cannot direct a tense cat and mouse chase to save his life.
No.
Like, there's zero tension.
It's just
ever.
one of the many things that Rob Zombie can't direct. That conversations between human beings, interactions between women. We'll get to that in a bit. But he can't direct a lot of things. He can. You're right though. The gore is fun. There's a lot of fun gore. Zombie clearly loves horror. It's just he doesn't know how to do it. Sometimes
he's like the bad Tarantino. Like, yeah, we get it,
Yes.
dude. You watched a lot of old movies.
Oh my
So
god!
you make your movies look like them. But
So
he doesn't have
much.
the panaz.
Panaz. It's a pizzazz and panache
Pizzazz.
mixed
Panache.
together.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Wow,
Yeah, this is coming
Candice,
up
thank
with like
you.
a Papa John's
Thank you.
menu item word.
It's the panaz.
It's the panaz, you know?
Candice is giving me some cover on this episode. I like it.
Sorry, I had to medicate myself because this
Oh my
movie's
god!
so fucking
I
bad.
messaged you guys in the Discord too. I got like 20 minutes of this fucking movie. I'm like, all right, I gotta hit the vape pen. This is just medicinal.
It is really. I think this is up there with one of the worst movies I think we've ever had to sit
It's
through.
really
Fuck
bad,
up.
Candice.
I
Thank you.
hadn't gotten this mad watching a movie since I Spit on Your Grave.
I'm not even. But that's a good movie. That's the anyhow.
Yeah, and even like Blood Rain.
Yeah,
Blood Rain is a bad
Yeah, but-
fucking movie, but it's bad in the kind of way that you can still enjoy watching.
You know how
Going,
much-
how fucking bad is this?
No.
This one you're watching like, dude, how fucking stupid do you think I
I
am?
was insulted. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
exactly.
So I've got 3 things I'm going to share with you guys that make me very angry.
Okay.
Number 1, Lori wakes up. This has all been a dream, and it's 2 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means
But I think, hold on, because this is one of the little tidbits
Mm-hmm.
that I read. And I know that this changed a lot in the movie for me. In the theatrical release, it was 1 year later.
okay. So I was going to say, which is it the therapist bitching about Halloween? I'm like, yeah, there's been more Halloween since this happened. Calm down. Anyhow.
And how about this? In the latest remake of the Halloween movies, they have more reverence for that Halloween night 38 fucking years later than this town does after 2 years or 1 year after the fucking worst serial killer
Yeah, you know
in
what you
America.
do? Officially, Haddonfield celebrates Halloween on the 30th, and this shit's over.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
shit is done.
Oh, I can't wait till we get that Halloween
Okay,
costume.
yeah.
Oh my god. The guy who owns the fucking costume
Rip.
store in that town made a fucking $1
Rich
billion that
motherfucker.
night.
Okay, so that's the number 1 thing that pisses me off. The number 2 thing I shared in the Discord, we'll get to that in a minute. Number 3, Tim, what's today's date?
Today is what, the 10th? Well,
Today is the 12th. What
March
is
12th,
notable
yes.
about today? Like you'd mark it on a fucking calendar.
Sunday?
Notable.
Nothing that I know of. There's no holiday, right?
Candice,
St. Patrick's
anything
Day
in
isn't until next
particular
week.
happen today?
On March 12th?
Today, just anything happened to anything when you woke up this morning feel off.
No?
Daylight savings?
Oh.
Oh, all right. Yeah, well.
Wow. We're dumb.
Okay.
No, because none of us have analog clocks anymore, so it was just automatic, right?
So did you know that the amount of car accidents that happen daily goes up every daylight savings? Because people
I
are
can
fucking
believe it,
tired.
yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you know that the number of heart attacks that occur goes up on daylight savings?
No.
Because
Did not know
people
that.
are actually
Do they go down when we turn the
both
clock
ways.
back?
Doesn't matter. People's fucking schedule has been
Or their lives are disrupted.
fucking shaken to the core and altered because some dickhead is just like, hey, let's try to save energy or some shit. And now we're killing people.
No, wasn't it something
Fuck
for
the farmers. What the fuck are you talking about the farmers, Tim?
That's why there's election days on Tuesdays. All right, it's because of stupid shit that happened
Tim,
200 fucking years ago.
Tim,
and we
have you
still
ever
have to
heard
do
of
it.
teledildonics?
Teledildodonics.
Teledildonics.
Yeah, I
You're
was gonna
so
say,
close
yeah,
to
I
it,
have a
Candice.
couple books in my library about
Teledildonics
that.
is a technology in which sex toys interact with the internet. So you can log on with your cell phone to your wife's sex toy and control it.
Wow. Okay. That's cool.
We have that today. Right.
I thought you meant you have when you said that. You meant like actually you.
I should get that
instead of like we. As
I should get that and link it to my Twitter account, and then put something really hate-filled about Giallo on there. Every time I get a message, it'll go off.
Oh, wait, that's got to be an OnlyFans thing, right? Some OnlyFans chick has got to be walking around with the fucking vibrator. And then,
just give her a buzz.
Like, for $1, you can press the button.
Tim, literally, yes. Okay. That exists because we live in the year 2023. Farmers, update your fucking clock. I don't care. We're done with daylight savings time. I've fucking had it with that shit. Period.
Preach, brother. Just let it out.
The second thing that pisses me off,
like I said, it's a bunch
I linked
of old
to
stuff,
in the host's Discord. And I'm going to give you guys a moment to find it. I know it's very difficult. The host's
daylight
Discord.
Savings time.
No. This is the second thing I was referring to that pissed me off in the host Discord.
Is it the thing where it says the Bloody Vince Horror Show?
Where does it bring you?
Okay.
It brings you to IMDb, where the Bloody Vince Horror Show.
Wait, how does Candice get top billing over me in the cast?
Probably in alphabetical order.
Okay, so now scroll down to the cast. What do you see?
I see it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Candice and Tim Yobo.
Yeah.
No Eddie. All cast crew, no Eddie.
Music by
Dave Dave used to do our series music. But I'm not here.
So how is this? Who did this then?
Apparently, people can enter podcasts into Internet Movie Database now, so somebody thought it'd be funny to put us up without putting me in it.
It was not me. It was not me.
Oh, no. I know who this. I guarantee this is Eddie's wife. She did that. That's off.
So, whoever the motherfucker is that put us up in the Internet Movie Database and did not put me in it, first of all, well played. I have to give you credit as an asshole.
I gotta say this, Candice. Look, oh my God! Do you know how much more shit you're gonna be able to swag now from stores when you can show you on IMDb? You're accredited.
I do
IMDb.
like though that they don't have me in it, right? They have the podcast I started, and if you scroll down for production, it says that it's made by Bloody Bits Entertainment, which is genuinely the name of the LLC that I registered.
See, that was me just tweeting it.
So there you go.
Be the first to review.
The homepage is linked, so you click on it, it takes you right to our website. It's very well fleshed out, except for one little thing.
Oh, this is definitely your wife.
This is definitely your wife.
Who else is going to do all that shit and link to all our fucking shit?
Whoever you are, first of all, like I said, hats off. You know. This is the villain at the end of the movie who's got to give the victor the golf clap. Like, you know what? Well played.
Slow clap.
So those are the three things.
I just think there's not enough slow claps in movies anymore.
It's another one we got to bring back.
I'll tell you what, though. If you go to that strip joint here, you'll get the fast clap.
You get the running clap.
Running everywhere. All right. So, we cut to... Lori and her friend Annie. Her friend Annie is okay. She's trying to comfort her.
Shut up.
But Lori does not want to be comforted because she says fuck a lot. And I just have, wow, she's edgy. She seems cool.
Oh
no! You know how you know she's edgy is because she has spray paint.
Oh my God! I have so many notes in here. Why the fuck does the sheriff's house look like it's been tagged by a bunch of youths?
Mm-hmm. And how is he the sheriff of fucking Haddonfield when he lives in the onion fields?
He does. He lives where that kid from Twilight Zone sent everybody in the fucking cornfield. Fucking piece of shit.
But it's spray painted over the toilet with wipe your ass.
It's like
there's Charlie Manson fucking posters. There's all these fucking killer shit, all the satanic stuff. I'm like, bitch. You just got fucking almost killed by Michael Myers. I would think that this would be the last
person
thing
named Michael watching you sleep.
Yeah, because this has to look like the inside of Rob Zombie's brain. This is what you're not getting, Tim.
That's what this is. That hellbilly aesthetic that I said was all over this fucking movie, and it's awful.
So the hellbilly aesthetic in their bathroom, which is very reminiscent of in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, the Foot Clan, the club that they all hung out in, the warehouse. That's what she's turned this fucking poor family's house into.
I have written down, does she live in a punk rock club bathroom?
That is what it looks like. Yes.
Dude, it does. Looks
That's
like the
exactly
bathroom at
what
the
it is,
Whiskey
right?
A Go-Go, Tim. You're fucking 100% right. You just like hope to see Axl Rose like doing a line off of the fucking back of the toilet in there.
And this is the first time I have written down, I hate Lori.
Yep.
Yeah, I just have written down here, what is it? So Lori is a cunt.
I said Lori is a huge piece of
These
shit.
nice people took you in.
Yeah.
And this is what you got to do. What happens to the resale value
I
of this
think
fucking house? When she finally moves her ass out, what do they have to do to fucking
She's
fix that
supposed to
room up?
have PTSD, but this is Rob Zombie's version of PTSD.
Yeah. Which is that you're just an asshole to everybody and you scream fuck constantly.
Yeah, and you have just incredible wild mood swings that make no sense.
I'll tell you another thing
at
that
all.
makes no sense is Rob Zombie's idea of what therapy is.
And this is where I go, Margot fucking Kidder, you got to be fucking kiddering me.
I have written down Margot Kidder,
Yep,
question mark?
yep. So
Then this is where I pause it to look and see when she died.
What, do you think they brought her ghost back?
yeah,
Or?
they propped her up. Fucking
They
ventriloquist
CG'd her
dummy.
face on a different actress.
Oh God, no! This was 2009. We weren't there yet. That's just going to be the next Indiana Jones movie when they're CGIing young Harrison Ford's face onto that body.
We don't need new actors anymore, people.
No, we can
Stop being actors.
I'm telling you, we got
enough now,
CGI
right?
and teledildonics. The future is now.
Teledildonics. Oh man, that reminds me. Not the teledildonics
No, it
part.
does.
That
Go
part
ahead.
did not remind me. No, we were talking about we don't need new actors anymore. Me and my husband spent 2 hours looking at photos of aged celebrities and judging them. Who aged the worst and who aged the best.
Oh, okay. You said aging. I thought you said Asian. I was going to be like, I don't.
She does have that blindness, yeah.
Well, I mean, they usually fare better. I don't know if you've looked up the best aged celebrities, but there's a lot of them on the list.
Yeah. So she's being a real asshole to her therapist for no reason. What do you mean? What do you mean one
She's an
fucking
asshole
day at
to
a time?
everybody.
I'll tell you one fucking day at a time. And it's like, dude, she's just trying to help. She's being nice. What's the problem?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, well, what's that painting you got up there, bitch? And she's like,
Basically, yeah.
that's a Rorschach. First of all, weird to have a Rorschach as a painting, like on your wall.
Well, no, she explains it because I guess what she says is the theory behind it is that when people look at it, it opens up their subconscious and da-da-da-da-da-da. What?
Yeah, and
I mean,
that way it can open up her subconscious that it said in the beginning of the movie, the title card.
So, like, Tim, if I showed you, like, 9 Rorschachs, and every time you said tits, I would say, okay, well, something about Tim is he's fixated on tits. Right? That's the bad science behind the idea of Rorschach ink blob shit.
Again, something from what? Over 100 years ago?
Oh, and when we get to Loomis's little speech about Freud, too.
But Freud? Oh,
his
my
fucking
God.
pop psychology, this dickhead.
My note is, this motherfucker had that poem loaded up. Did he pay that reporter
Yeah, could
to
have been
ask
a
him that
plant.
question? Because he looks down. He looks down before he reads that fucking poem from George Bernard Shaw.
Fuck off with all of your shit. It's just the worst. So yeah, now after that, she's like, "Oh yeah, I see the Rorschach. I see a white horse. What does it mean?" The therapist's like, "I guess it just means you like white horses."
And then she smiles and laughs. Now Lori's fine.
Yeah,
She was screaming in her face, and now she's like, ha!
Yeah.
Well, the meds.
I mean,
kicked
I've dated some chicks like this, but then again, that's the dad thing. Okay, never mind.
Well, there we go. Yep.
All right, so I guess it does track. I'm sorry. So now we cut to Dr. Loomis in a fancy limo.
Oh, yeah. This is the part where they have, like, CG birds fly across the top of the screen for no reason.
What do you think of Rockstar Loomis?
Oh, God.
You know,
I hate it. He's a top psychologist, Dr. Loomis, and he's, like, fixing his hair, wearing sunglasses inside.
Oh, he rules.
He's hitting on everyone.
Just giving his agent shit. Just being like, hey, look at that outfit of yours, by the way. Orange with pink. You look like some sort of a clam digger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Calls her. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. This fucking lesbian joke.
But no, because he calls her a clam digger, and he says, and I don't mean the lesbian kind.
And then she responds with, no, that would be a muff
Tim,
diver.
what the fuck is he talking about, a clam digger?
Well,
I mean, there is a person who digs clams, and they wear, like, culottes.
Well, I think he's referring to that her vagina resembles a clam, and she's digging around in it.
Oh.
So if you wear colors that...
That's why he said not the
So if
lesbian
you wear
one.
colors that don't match...
She was wearing pink and orange.
The implication is that you dig around your own vagina because you're not gay?
I mean, that's what I got from Rob Zombie's director's
Candice,
cut.
what did you think that little remark meant?
Well, when he said that it wasn't in the sexual way, I honestly thought he meant she was wearing, like, culottes. Like, we call those clam diggers when you, like, roll up the bottoms of your jeans.
But she wasn't wearing that.
No, I was so fucking confused. That's what I thought, and I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Maybe those colors attract clams.
I
Notoriously
guess,
good eyesight.
They're blind. Clams can't see pink and red, so you can sneak up
Predator,
on them.
but instead of...
Because you know how fast they run.
It's just got, like, the clams have predator vision, but you put on orange and pink, and then all of a sudden you vanish. Yeah. I mean, maybe, Tim, maybe that's what he meant.
Yeah, because, you know, you're right, Eddie. That would be too vulgar for this movie. There wouldn't be any kind of, like, jokes like that at all, like jelly and jam and fucking dead bodies.
Out, and not like the lesbian kind.
Yeah, so it's like, well, what kind?
Well, he means a real person whose job it is to dig for clams, Tim.
No, see, I think that's one of those things where it's like somebody says something, goes, but not in the racist way, right? They said something, they know what they said, and they're giving themselves cover.
I don't know what a fucking shitty movie. So then he tells her, like, listen, the picture that you guys picked for my little press conference, I guess, is from the number of microphones that have different news studio logos on it. I have to assume it's a press conference he's doing at this hotel. He's all like,
yeah, for some reason.
And by the way, you've got the wrong picture of me out here. And also, I demand a cup of PG tips with some...
Oh, man. I
2%
drank a
milk.
cup of PG tips today.
Of course you did. You dork.
Yeah, PG tips
Really,
is my favorite.
Before this movie
After,
or
because
after?
he mentioned it, and I was like, you know what? I could go for a nice cup of PG tips.
You dork.
It's number one tea in England.
Fucking nerd. It is good, but you're a nerd. Okay, so we're cutting back and forth a bunch. So,
Although I gotta say, Michael McDowell does sell this role.
Oh yeah,
you fucking hate this character,
No,
so he pulls it off. He's such a
good
smarmy
actor.
piece of shit.
The point, I have no problem with him playing this role, except that it's not Loomis.
We just have a problem
it's
with
not
the role.
Loomis.
Yeah. Not what he's
doesn't-
doing it, but
Doesn't
why is he
belong in
doing
this
it?
movie. Frankly, the lines and the dialogue are very questionable, but he does it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, look, if you
And he
tell
keeps
me-
coming back. He's in like every Rob Zombie movie now.
You could tell me to put cotton candy on a pepperoni pizza.
He
and
was
I can
in
do it.
31, and he was made up like a 17th
Candice.
century French duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're an actor and you got this director who's willing to pay you money and you can say to the director, oh, you want me back for part 2 to play the same character? Okay, but no, I want to play it different. I want to play the same character. I want to do, and the guy goes, oh, okay, sure, I'll sign me up for every fucking movie this guy does.
It sounds to me like Zombie didn't have a lot of choices in what the actors were doing for some reason, even though he's the director.
Yeah, can you imagine Rob Zombie sitting down and going, all right, now, I understand.
Oh,
you
yeah.
work with
Also, the point that all the characters act exactly the same. So, yeah, I can see how the actors brought that in, not the director.
Yeah, good point. So we cut back to Lori, speaking of everybody that can't act. And she's gone to her anarchist junk store that she works at.
Oh, my God.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What do they do here?
I guess they sell records? Is that the point? Is this a
Do
record
they?
store?
Because I saw a shelf of books.
I don't. It's a head shop. I have no idea.
And I also saw what looked like an espresso machine. I have no idea what's going on. And by the way, quick question now, just top of your head. When does this take place?
A time without cell phones, apparently.
A time without cell phones, a time without airbags, because remember that accident that meat wagon drivers.
Good question. Yes, 2009. There's cell phones.
Yeah. I even had one. I was poor.
But
at the very least, you would think that the sheriff would have a cell phone.
And what song? Remember when she freaks out and she has her little fit, Tim? And she goes in the car and she's blaring the music and being an asshole.
Oh wait, which one was it? Because first I have written down it's the Moody Blues, Nights in White Satin. That was like the 38-minute version, but then we found out it was a dream. So it's not. No, what the fuck was it? I know it was some.
It's Am I Evil? Yeah,
is that what it was?
Subtle.
Then I don't know what the fuck that is.
Am I Evil by Diamond Head. The cover of Am I Evil, of course.
I was about to say, that wasn't Diamond Head.
No, I'm saying who performed it in this fucking movie.
Oh, no idea.
Was Diamond Head.
Not the last cover in this movie either.
No, certainly not. The last song is the last cover. And boy, oh boy, what a pick. So, yeah.
He's like, hey, I did such a great job. I brought back
all of these broads that work at the female anarchist junk shop are talking about the Halloween party. And this is, Candice, this is how women behave, right?
I was actually just burping when you said that.
Okay, well, there you go.
You and your girlfriend, you're always like, one of your girlfriends is always hanging out with you and she's always trying to take her tits out and show you?
No, believe it or not, no.
Well,
that's not what conversations are like.
Well, Candice, you know what they say. If you don't have a friend in your group who pops their tits out all the time, you better start popping them titties out, Candice.
I got to keep the balance.
There you go. That's your role. You just haven't taken it up yet. So, yeah, they're talking about there's this cool Halloween party they're going to go to, and that's about it, because we cut back to Dr. Loomis.
God.
Talking about Michael, and he's got the video of Michael where they told the kid that his fucking mom killed herself. Don't do that. You know what, this kid? Just tell him, like, hey, your mom's great.
Yeah, she went and lived on a farm upstate.
This is one of my...
Yeah, she really wants to come back and see you, but she can't see you until you're all better again, right?
This is one of my points of advice, and this is a message for all of the women and men out there real quick. Let's say you have a kid and their other parent dies smuggling meth or something terrible, right? And the kid's too young to know. Or let's say the father that just abandons them, right? He's a piece of shit, somebody who's like traveling. He's a roadie for the Moody Blues or something, right? And just fucks off. Don't tell your kid that. Tell your kid, oh, he was a war hero. Because you're setting your kid up for fucking failure.
Yeah, you might be causing some issues.
All I'm saying is you tell the kid something good happened, not like, hey, your stripper, maybe whore of a mother killed herself. Here's a camera. What do you think about that, kid?
Oh, by the way, remember that abusive stepdad you killed?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, my fucking God. And they're just filming it, and he's showing that's his intro video clip to his press conference.
What do they call it on wrestling? Before the wrestler comes in, you see that
just
little clip?
Intro, you like cutting a.
Yeah, I guess that's what you call it, the intro.
And it's very clear that the only sort of like interaction Rob Zombie has had with the public is concerts, because it's like a concert of a press conference.
True.
So then Loomis pops up and gives his bullshit fucking speech about Freud. Well, you see, the first person you want to fuck is your mother.
Yeah, it's true. I definitely wanted to fuck my mom.
Well, he's talking about men. Women don't factor into any of this.
Clearly.
Except for wanting to be fucked.
Except for wanting your sons to fuck you, I guess.
I guess. And he's like, and then old Michael's.
Well, what are those moms wearing?
They were asking for it. making
Got their tits
cookies,
out.
flashing their tits at their friends at the anarchist store. I mean, come on.
Owned by
Yeah.
Howard Hessman, by the way.
Oh yeah, because that's right. She's threatening to flash the owner to get Lori to go to the party.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that works, but like I know I'll be too embarrassed for you. Weird. Anyhow, so he says, yeah, every kid wants to fuck their mom and wants to kill their dad. We all know this. And I'm like, you're telling a lot about yourself, Mr. Loomis.
No kidding. See what his mom looked like.
Yeah. So then one guy pops up and is all
Young
like,
Margot Kidder.
well, is it nature or nurture? And he's like, gives this fucking...
Yeah.
Yeah, you've already written 2 books and you've never actually said which one you think it
that's
is.
not fucking true. Like, what psychiatrist is going to say it's definitely genetics? Nothing could have changed his life because it was already in his blood and it was going to happen. Like, no psychiatrist is going to say that.
I should retire.
I mean, the psychiatrist that doesn't want a job,
That's what Tom
because
Cruise
what are they
over
going to
here.
do? It's all everything's predestined. There's nothing you can do to change anything. So I have no job anymore. What's the point?
Exactly.
Right. So they got to keep the grift up, Candice. You're absolutely right. You just say that basically it's nurture. The way that this kid was raised made him
Or
into a killer.
you say it's a little bit of both.
No,
Maybe you're
that's-
genetically predisposed, and then the way you're nurtured tips you in one direction or the other.
No, Candice. We all know everything is black and white. There's no... Why do you think she
Well-
was named Angel? It's only good and evil. There's no gray area.
Yeah. And her brother Diablo.
Brother Diablo. Yeah.
They had to change his name when they moved to that small town. They're like, we don't like
Yeah,
Mexicans.
his name was a little too ethnic, so they had to change it to Michael.
Yeah.
No, that tracks. That tracks. It was Haddonfield, Illinois, right? That makes sense. So yeah, another guy pops up and is all like, "Hey, do you feel guilty about the murders?" He's like, "What? What do you mean? Why do I feel?" He's like, "Well, what do you think? Is Michael still alive? And is he going to kill again?" And this is like, oh fuck, Loomis is fucking pissed. No, he's not. He's fucking dead. Do I have to spell the word dead so you understand what it means?
Apparently, he's been shot in the head.
Mm-hmm. Which I think, isn't that how the first one ended?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So,
But he survived, apparently.
Well, at this point, do they know that his body's missing?
they're aware of
Yeah,
that.
they know that his body's
That's the
missing.
whole
Oh, that's right.
the whole gag of this movie.
All right, so wait a second. Hold on. So in the dream, she dreamed the ambulance crashing, but that also really happened?
Exactly.
Because
Where
he
does
says,
it start?
Yeah, you'd be better off asking the sheriff's department about missing a body going from point A to point B.
Yeah, how would I know what they did with his body? And that's a fair point. But anyway. So as Malcolm McDowell's in there getting all hulked up and pissed off at the press conference, we cut to a lone Highlander marching through the fields.
Oh my god.
My God, man. For
This,
real.
yeah, the hobo Michael Myers
Hobo
aesthetic.
drifter Michael Myers.
Yeah, this is what
7 foot tall, walking straight through the fucking fields. Not even staying on the tree line.
Zombie's thing was he didn't want Michael to drive a car because that's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, but him walking around with no mask on in broad daylight through town.
Because
He getting a duffel bag
Because-
somehow. What is in that bag? What is when he's carrying that bag? What
Nah.
the fuck is in that bag? It's not even like he opens it up and he pulls out a bunch of shit that we see later on.
the
He's just got a
collection of
bag.
knives and well, no, not
Some
food
spam,
because he does.
yeah. Some
We find
Jugs
out that he
magazine,
eats
maybe.
a dog later. We'll get to that.
Oh, that's
The
right.
psychic
She
dog
psychically
eating.
eats the dog.
That's never explained. It
This
means
fucking
nothing.
Movie.
I know. You just keep digging and digging, and it's nothing but clams all the way down, Candice. I got to tell you, it's fucking,
This is a clam dick
fucking
movie, yeah.
ridiculous. No, so okay.
And there are so many people who are diehard defenders of this
Yes.
movie.
By the way,
Swear up and down to Kingdom Come that this is a good movie. It's like, what the fuck are you smoking?
guess what's something Michael Myers has already done in these movies?
Eating a
Driven a
dog.
car.
Mm-hmm.
He
Eating a
has
dog.
driven cars in other Halloween fucking movies. What's the problem?
if you're going to say that this guy is the Michael Myers who can get shot in the head, survive a fucking crash in an ambulance.
Yeah.
Okay?
This is
you're going to say he picked up how to drive
survived for
a car.
2 years on his own out in the world.
This is literally the only Michael Myers I could see driving a car.
Man.
He talks.
I want to see the Michael Myers, the 2 years of Michael Myers on the road, like all the little odd jobs that he did, and sometimes he'd help people out. You know, like the bank was trying to take their house or something. He'd go in and kill everybody in the bank.
Music starts playing.
You know what?
The Hulk versus Michael Myers.
No, give me the Michael Myers like Forrest Gump story.
Although based on his hair and his beard, he was following a Fish concert. That's what he was doing for the past 2 years.
He's just been touring with the Dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I could see that. Oh man,
this motherfucking carry 8 speakers
It's very
around.
clear Rob Zombie's got a look and an aesthetic that he likes, and if you're in his movie, you're gonna like it too, because you're gonna get it.
Even if it's completely inappropriate for the subject matter.
For the character, if it doesn't look good on you, like, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. So yeah, he's walking slowly through the fields, goes into a barn, sees a lady in white, and okay, I get he's hallucinating his mother.
Yeah.
Why also child him?
Because he has to be able to talk. And because that is his thoughts. If it's his child self who was still talking at the beginning of the movie.
He can talk.
I know he can, but that's just it. This is how badly written this is. Rob Zombie's idea is that I need Michael Myers to talk because what's the point of showing off his psychology through his actions? I need him to talk, so I'm going to shoehorn in the younger version of him who talks, and he's just going to say everything Michael Myers is thinking.
Okay, so you know what? Don't show them together at the same time, standing side by side.
That's why he put the boy in here, is because he wanted Michael Myers to talk.
Okay, well, why is there a horse?
Because he's fucking stupid.
Okay.
That's why.
Because the horse represents a rage that's in the bottom of our
souls. The toy horse
souls.
represents the loss of his innocence, right? Because that's the last innocence that he had.
The horse was because of that. What was it, Carl Jung, who said that about the horse, the white horse in your. Yeah, in your subconscious is that you're destructive.
You get another bullshit fucking psychologist if we're going through the ranks of Freud and Jung, and you know what? Jordan Peterson would probably love this fucking movie.
It's
Eddie, hold on, stop the presses. Did you see what he tweeted out? Did you see that?
Oh man, Candice, you gotta love this. He's tweeted out 3 things that are hilarious. Okay, first of all.
Who's Jordan Peterson?
What?
Jordan Peterson is, if you think that Joe Rogan is the right-on dude, you think that Jordan Peterson is your Einstein. Mm-hmm. This guy he understands everything about what's happening to white men today.
Okay, so he's just like a celebrity famous for being famous? He's a
pull-up-your-pants Jungian Canadian psychologist who hates trans people. Right? His whole thing that made him popular was in Canada. He was like, I'm not going to refer to you by your preferred pronouns. And they're like, you should do that or you're a dick. And he's like, no. And then then idiots gave him money.
Okay. Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah. So there's this broad on YouTube, Shoe on Head. Right?
Okay.
That's her handle, Shoe on Head. People took a couple of pictures of her and posted them pretending that they were her and that she was biologically born cis male and effectively forced to take born female, forced to transition male, and then untransitioned later, and did a before and after photo of this very, very famous YouTube broad. And Jordan Peterson retweeted it. Like, yeah, see, this is exactly proving my point that transitioning is bad. And it's like, you dickhead, you got fucking trolled and retweeted it, you dumb shit. But that's not all he retweeted.
I was going to say there's one that's even more recent. He didn't learn before you retweet something.
He retweeted 2 more things. Somebody tweeted a picture of a porn in where they had men in hospital beds with
leather masks over their face, like S&M style
and a tube
mask, okay?
attached to their dick, milking them for their semen. So somebody took this and tweeted it out and said that it's part of China's 3-child policy, where they're milking men for their semen and using that to impregnate women.
He believed
I guess.
that?
And this dickhead believed it, so he retweeted that. Okay, so that's.
Not only did he retweet it, but he made a comment about this is the horror of China that China wants to bring to the rest of the world.
Meanwhile, you lay me in a bed and suck my dick off all day? Fuck yeah, sign me up. Come on.
Yeah, and you know what? I need that leather mask on because the drool that's going to be coming out of my face.
You give me dick suck donics, I'm down.
Dick suck donics.
That's the only reason that I got a job, was so I could have sex. Now I don't need one. Fuck it, you know. That sounds like a heaven. This is really the dystopia us socialist kind of people want, right, Tim? We're fucked, man. Okay, so 2 is funny, right? Mm-hmm. But what's the rule in comedy?
3 is funny.
3 is hilarious. So the first time it's like, oh god. The second time you're like, really? And the third time, like, okay, fucking hilarious. So did you see his third retweet, Tim?
Nope. The last one that I saw was the milk.
All I have to say,
which, by the way, he has over 2 million followers on Twitter, right? And when he retweeted this, the screenshot was a screenshot of 2 dudes laying in the bed with their dicks getting milked by a machine. And you could see their dicks
and balls, Candice.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
Because if it wasn't clear plastic, it's not real, because maybe that's a fake dick in the box.
You got to make sure it's a real dick, right? So, Tim.
Do you think that they show the video? Do you think that the money shot is following it going up and around the tube like a crazy stroke before going in the jaw?
They play the factory music from the Looney Tunes. Da 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 da. Right?
Da 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 da.
So what's a third brilliant tweet from this brilliant mind?
I'm glad you didn't see the third one, because you could be in trouble if you did.
Oh no!
Somebody tweeted pictures
God.
of a topless teenager.
Oh no.
What was the context of it? I have no clue, but this dickhead retweeted that too.
What an idiot.
It had something to do with them transitioning and it being bad, so he retweeted it.
Okay.
So there you go, folks. That's all you need to know.
And he's still on Twitter,
he hasn't
too,
been banned yet, because we live in a hellscape where fucking Elon Musk runs social media, which is where people get their news.
I thought one of the things that the people on the right loved about Elon Musk was that he was getting rid of all the child pornography on Twitter. Because, Candice, that's the other thing. A couple months ago, Jordan Peterson tweeted that since Elon Musk took over, I can hardly find any child pornography on Twitter.
Why are you looking for it? What the fuck?
He's just making sure if it's there or not.
That's the Rorschach, right?
I better snort this white powder because I need to check to make sure it's cocaine.
Everywhere I go on the internet, it's just gay porn and a bunch of pedophiles and child porn. And it's like, well, the internet is your Rorschach test.
I'd hate to see his ad bands. That comes up on the side of some websites.
God, it's just getting milked and transitioning.
Jesus,
it's a big nightmare. And speaking of nightmares,
oh yeah,
back to this fucking
movie. We're doing this movie
that's milking the souls out of our body.
So this is then when Michael's mother reminds him he's got an appointment, I guess, because it's Halloween. But it's not Halloween. It's not Halloween for another 2 days. Anyhow, so
how does he know?
His mom does. He doesn't. Right? Yeah. Think about it. She's reminding him.
I know. That's what I mean. Is how does he know? Doesn't. But she knows. So she's real. And this movie is telling us that she 100%.
This movie's supernatural. They have a psychic connection. Yeah, she sees exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that's true.
This movie's supernatural.
Onto the eating dog. So, by the way, my wife. Oh God, There was this person who posted a clip that they went into a convenience store in Japan, and he's going over all the different sandwiches. And they have like noodles in their sandwiches and shit over there. They have some interesting things, right? But he locks in on one that just says dog sandwich.
Oh, no.
And it's because it's a hot dog, right?
Yeah.
But the implication...
Jordan Peterson retweeted it and said, this is the kind
gonna have us eating dogs over here at 7-Eleven. No.
And soon they're going to be making those dogs that are plant-based. And then there'll be insect-based dogs that they'll be... Because that's the other thing, too, that the right is weirdly obsessed with, is that liberals want to stop them from eating meat and force them to eat insects.
Well, because we say that there's a lot of problems that happen with the environment because of industrial farming, which is true, right? Mm-hmm. And so people are like, hey, we could, bump up protein by a bit. By maybe a couple of meals, you use cricket flour instead of just eating meat every meal, only meat. Right? Mm-hmm. But they're like, fuck no, you're going to have me eat a bug? That sounds like it's some sort of a dystopia. It sounds like we're in the fucking, what do you call it? Was that Snowpiercer?
Oh, yeah.
With the cricket bars and shit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. That's their problem. So...
Aren't they, like, legally, isn't there, like, you can have, like, 18, like, cockroach legs and a chocolate bar?
Oh, yeah. But meanwhile, these assholes are all about deregulating everything so that you can just have whatever the fuck in your factory food that's getting pushed out. Just like immigrant children's fingers in their cornflakes because there's no regulations. What was it? Arkansas just made it so child labor is fine again.
I saw that. Yes, they just made it easier for children.
And meanwhile, they're against fucking drag shows because that hurts kids. Not like guns.
Well, no. To be fair, Eddie, you can't get those kids out of those drag shows and get them back on the assembly line.
Okay.
After
how many kids?
Okay,
all right? So by banning drag shows and not allowing kids to go there, they're okay with restricting free speech, right? Because that's dangerous and that might hurt kids. You know what hurts kids? Guns. Shooting them and killing them. Are we ready to maybe go with another amendment and kind of stamp on some people's freedoms?
Well, on top of that, what probably is the second or third biggest is poverty and not access to health care.
And
food,
fucking
right?
Michael Myers, too. He's stomping around killing kids left, right, and center. Got to do something about him.
No, one of my friends, I won't say who, but I guess you'll be able to guess, made a comment about how, because Tennessee banned it. They were the first ones to ban the drag shows completely, right?
That's great. That's real freedom of speech.
The comment was that kids shouldn't be going to sex shows.
Okay, they shouldn't. That's true.
That's exactly what I said back. I said, so do you really believe that parents or kids themselves are just going into sex clubs and being able to get seated and see a sex show? But that's how they're playing it. They have to go to the extreme because if they tell the truth that hey, there's somebody in drag reading a fucking book,
these are the same assholes that want like the age of consent to be 14.
Yes,
it's like wait, you don't want them to get fucked, but you want to fuck them.
And also, but on top of that, they can't learn about sex in school.
Yeah.
Until they're 18.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Okay, so speaking of which, we run into some.
I'm listening. I agree
Candice.
with everything you say. So what can I possibly add here?
Meanwhile, we run into some Trump supporters because a group of hicks just happens to run into Michael in the middle of nowhere, and their instinct is let's get a tire iron and a bat.
This guy's 7 feet tall. Let's get a tire iron and try to beat the shit out of him.
Fucking Kane from the WWF is out here. Let's beat him with a bat.
Yeah.
Don't they say to him, we told you?
Yeah, so they think he's someone else. So there's someone else who's 7 feet tall.
Okay. Yeah. The implication, is that there's just a Yeti out there somewhere.
Goddamn Bigfoot, get off my fucking land. I warned you once.
They've had to run off of their property.
Your musk is get my wife all hyped up. They had to
fucking fight a goddamn Bigfoot off of their sorghum crop or whatever the fuck they're growing. So they beat the shit out of him. Then the woman that's with him runs up and she's like, sorry, and then gets back in the truck. So he gets up. Yeah, he gets up, puts his mask on, takes out his murder knife, and just...
How do you not have the music drop when he puts the mask on?
Yeah, the music does not come up until the credits.
Yeah.
The iconic Halloween music.
You think that's a little professional jealousy thing?
Yes.
Like, people respect Carpenter as a horror icon and musician more than Rob Zombie?
Yes.
Well, I think what it also is, it would add tension to the scene. And you can't have that.
You know what, though? They have that dog barking in the background the whole time.
Yeah. Why do they have those fucking deer antlers on the fucking front of their car like that? And is that legal in any state, even in the South? That looks like it'd be very dangerous.
Well, yeah, but Tim, back in...
You could have deer antlers facing outwards on the fucking hood of your car to the point where what happens. If you ran into somebody, you would fucking spear them before you ran them over.
Well, I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it. Maybe not that bad, but I've definitely seen antlers on the hoods of trucks.
I'm sharpening up some bamboo sticks and putting them on my fucking car. If this is legal, Candice, I got some ideas.
Oh, it's legal in Missouri.
Just get one of those fucking cow pushers from the
Put a cow catcher on. Hey, if they had a cow catcher on that fucking ambulance, and those two dudes would have lived.
You can put balls on your truck. You can put antlers on your car.
Yeah. So you got balls on the back and antlers on the front. That's good. So yeah, no, he rams one of them through those fucking antlers. Murder knifes the other guy. Gets in the car, kills the broad.
Grunting the whole time.
Yeah, this is the grunting. Yeah,
kills the broad too, even though she was kind of nice. Just stabs the shit out of her.
Because it's Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the other thing too is what I don't like is he's too, and maybe this is going to sound crazy. He's too violent.
Yeah, he's
with
too primal with it.
Yeah,
he's not because.
Like that,
because the thing with Michael Myers is he's always so cool and detached, no matter what he's doing. And this guy's like a rage machine.
Yeah, it's like they tried to go from zombie to rage zombie, but from Michael Myers to rage Michael Myers, and it doesn't work. Not to you know what I think it is too. Myers. I think they ran out of creativity for the kills, so they're just like, just go ham on it.
Because that's what Mom says.
Yeah,
at one point,
because at some point his kills go
ham on it.
Oh my god, that's
because like his kills go from being interesting a little bit at first to just kind of him stabbing people.
Yeah,
but that's what Michael Myers does. Michael Myers doesn't set up a fucking saw-like trap to kill people. I know.
It just I don't know. It doesn't click. It doesn't work. So anyhow, then he finds the dog in the back, takes it out, butchers it, and eats its heart. And,
I'm just glad that Rob Zombie's a vegan.
Oh yeah,
because I was like, man, this could go so wrong when they're filming it.
Oh yeah, you think it could have been like a I spit on your grave? They
this could have been dog. Like at least he's not Italian.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Rob Zambino.
Wait, do we know his Christian name? Is it Zambino?
Well, I'll tell you how I know he's not Italian. There's pineapple on the pizza.
Oh yeah,
that's true. Yeah,
I like that. That's because the fucking what's her nose Annie tells
Danielle Harris.
Don't.
Oh yeah, did we mention that Annie is played by Danielle Harris?
No.
That's kind of a thing they throw up in your face later.
Yeah, because she's got all the scars and everything. And
well, no, when they show the childhood videos of Danielle Harris.
Oh yeah,
and it's the little girl from Halloween 4 and 5. Right. In case anybody didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean they're a little heavy-handed.
Oh, that's right. Because she's in the first one. Didn't we get to see her tits?
I don't remember.
Good question.
I think we do because I remember thinking, "Wow, that's probably something I don't need to see," and that's me saying that.
Yeah, because you think of her as the little girl from Halloween.
Yeah,
Tim, you have a. Yeah, that's that.
I have something.
Yeah, that just shocked me.
Okay, I'm no Jordan.
Speaking of seeing tits.
Okay. Yeah, speaking.
What movie did your son see that you forgot was insidious? When the first
I was watching this movie with the door open on my bedroom.
Okay.
And I was like, I was looking down and taking notes, so I wasn't like seeing what was on the screen. No, he walks out of his bedroom, which is directly across from mine, and he's like, I just saw nudity. And I look up, and there's like the tit that the bar that they go to at the party with all the tits and stuff.
Oh, God.
I was like, fuck.
Nah. And then he immediately went right back into his room, and you were able to watch the next 45 minutes.
He's like, "What? You got any lotion?" Or
No, he fucking got on to me. He was like, "If you're gonna watch movies like this, at least close your door." And he like stormed down the hallway.
Oh no, Candice! Oh, you know what? Your son is a fucking brilliant.
So he's like his dad.
All right, he could say this later on to you.
yeah,
right? I was like, hey, yeah, remember that
Mom,
time
I
you
was
didn't
looking
close
at
your
tits
door?
and you fucking. That's why I closed the door, bitch. God damn. No, you just tell him. Look, when you
I
start,
closed the door.
you just tell him when he starts paying for the doors, he can start talking about when they're open and closed.
When he starts paying for the
That's
tits,
right.
he can talk too.
Good point, Tim. So yeah, then we cut to them having pizza dinner. Oh, and what? By the way, the weird montage fantasy scene going on here, the dream with.
Oh, you mean where she sees Frankenstein and holds a pig?
Yeah. The last.
That's what I have written down. Laurie sees Frankenstein and she holds a pig.
Is this the one with the Dayglow skeleton with Michael Myers mask on it?
Yes, we've got the Dayglow skeleton, Michael Myers mask. We've got the weird Last Supper looking scene over her body, that twitches, and then she wakes up.
Oh, when she's in the glass.
No, that was at the end. The glass coffin.
Yeah.
No, this is the.
Who the fuck knows?
Cares? And by the way, then the thing comes up and says that it's October 30th. So Michael's mom lied when she said it was Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she knows that he's not going to.
That's true. Yeah, she could just keep telling him it's Halloween. Maybe it's always Halloween to him, and that's his sickness.
That's the carrot on the stick. That's how she's getting this fucking guy all the way across Illinois. It's Halloween
on
tomorrow.
Foot across Illinois. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. Doesn't he know how to hitchhike? Maybe he doesn't know how to drive. He doesn't know how to hitchhike. There's going to be some driver that's going to pick him up and give him a ride.
You think somebody would? This takes place back when people hitchhiked.
Maybe.
People didn't hitchhike in 2007, 2008.
Yeah, people had cell phones too in 2009.
You know what? I want to get a look at some of the books or some of the CDs and shit that were in the hippie store. Because I'm starting to really wonder what the fucking time frame was for this movie.
Because none of the vehicles are new.
No, everything is. I assume this took place in the 70s because it's Rob Zombie, but they never.
You think that's how he's getting around? Because I mean, literally, there are no cell phones
have come
at
out
all
after Rocky Horror Picture Show because they're dressed up as Rocky Horror Picture Show characters. So it'd have to be after that movie.
Yeah. Okay, good point, Candice. And that's another little pet peeve I have about this fucking movie.
Oh. That whole scene was with the Wolfman was not good.
Yo, that motherfucker had real makeup on. It wasn't a mask. When his mouth moved, the fucking thing moved too.
Yeah, it was better than Teen Wolf for wolf effects.
Yes, it was. All
right, we'll get to that. So yeah, then she starts throwing up because this is when the sheriff is like, there's a little bit of caveman in all of us. That's why we got to eat meat.
Oh, yeah.
Again, Jordan Peterson's movie right here. That's the dickhead that he went on an all meat diet, Candice.
Oh.
Literally 2 things in his diet, red meat and salt.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
Like how the caveman did, and that's why the
How long did that last?
Around.
I don't know. He probably never. He probably just said he did it, But because vegetables and stuff, that's fruity. That's for women. He's a man. So he's got to eat meat. What? These idiots.
See, the good thing about having a grift on the right is all you basically have to do is just tell people that something that you did, something that you said, or something that you're thinking about makes libturds like Tim Yobo mad. And that's all they need. They don't need any more evidence of it. January 6th is just a tourist attraction.
Because, Tim, like I've mentioned before, politics has just devolved now to hoping the other side suffers more. It's not about trying to improve anything. We're done. There's...
Oh, I kind of agree with you because I don't see how anything's ever going to be able to get back to where you have 50-50 corroboration.
That's why I love when they're like, we need to bring back the good old days. Like the 50s when the highest tax income bracket was 90-something%. But they don't want that part. No.
Oh yeah, no, they did. No. Because Eddie, that's a little bit, that's a little bit complicated. When they say they want it like the 50s, they just mean it like in a black and white simple kind of way. Nothing complicated, just simple black and white. Yeah, nice and easy to understand.
Yeah, just a black and white version of America is what they would prefer. So. Yeah, this is when we cut to Lori draws herself a bath.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, what the fuck? What is on these walls? What is happening in this house? And why is the sheriff putting up with this?
I have no idea.
Maybe the sheriff now goes into that room
to their bathroom.
The hallway? It's in the hallway too.
To upstairs.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good point. What the fuck? This guy is checked out, man. What's going on with him?
You know those dads, police officers, how they love to have let you have serial killer posters on your wall and
I mean, I get it. They're acting out. They're a teenager. They're gonna put weird fucking posters on their walls. But like in the hallway, absolutely covering the bathroom, the floor tiles, the ceiling tiles, fucking everything.
I can't see a cop being real cool with like potentially having company over and it looking like a fucking flop house upstairs.
That's what I have that literal note in here that it looks like the type of place where heroin addicts go to nod off. That's what this fucking place looks like.
Yeah, that you nailed it. That's exactly what it fucking looks like.
The whiskey and go-go bathroom.
Yeah, the whiskey and go-go bathroom. Exactly. Or just most of downtown LA. I mean, if we were being fair. So she draws a bath and then she has this weird fantasy about dressing up like a clown and killing her buddy Annie.
Yeah. Another dream sequence, because I have never seen so many fucking dream sequences. I think it has more than Nightmare on Elm Street.
I think you're right. We don't have any dream inside of a dream, although this entire movie might be. I don't know. So, but then...
Imagine if he just part 3.
Here are my notes for this scene. Lori draws a bath and fantasizes about dressing like a clown and killing Annie, while she comes leaning against a wall. Then we have a weird Event Horizon nightmare thing, and she pops pills. Because when you have psychological problems, if you have an attack, you should immediately just take more pills.
That's how it works, right?
So then she goes immediately...
It's not like nitroglycerin and you're having a heart attack.
Exactly. It's not like a rescue thing. And most of those pills take like weeks to build up in your system. You don't just like take the pill and it's like, okay, I'm good now. Fucking.
And we find out when she goes back to Margot Kidder that she's been eating these fucking pills like candy.
She's been popping them like fucking Tic Tacs because she's like, come on, Margot, can you hook me up?
Haldol isn't strong enough for her.
Yeah,
Haldol.
And that's some rough antipsychotic shit, buddy. Let me tell you. Oh man, but it's so funny because she's like, can you help me score some more? She's like, first of all, I hate when you call it score. Like, this is a professional setting.
Yeah, I'm not your drug dealer.
And then...
you got to keep it.
Then I just have... She's asking her about her day, but, like, freaking out about it. And then she bitches about wanting more drugs. The next thing I have is, wow, 2 more people fucking bickering this entire movie. I want to die.
It's one of the worst movies.
It's just really, and again, I don't think you ever can hear me say this. There's no light in this.
Wow,
Laurie Strode is the fucking worst.
She's
like, you should not have Laurie Strode be the most hated character in your movie.
Yeah, that's supposed to be our center.
That's supposed to be the hero.
You know what? If they would have just made her blank, if she would have just not reacted to anything, it would have been better. If she was just like a stand-in for the audience who was just there and shit was happening around her, it would have been better.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be actively pushing the audience against your characters.
Or just don't call this a Halloween movie. Problem solved. Make this
Tim, you don't call this a Halloween movie.
Right?
It still sucks. I don't care.
I know, but it sucks even more because you're calling it a Halloween movie.
I 100% agree with Tim on this. 100%, because there are expectations, and you can't pretend that there aren't any.
That's fair. I was actually just talking to my wife about this because she was saying we should do a month of bad remakes and reboots, right? So you do like the Nightmare on Elm Street, obviously.
The Amityville Horror.
Amityville, clearly. And then she brought up the remake, or not the remake, but the new The Thing movie.
Oh, the one from 2011?
Yeah, and I was like, that's rough, because that's not a terrible movie, but it's got The Thing in the title.
Yep.
Which is maybe like the best horror movie ever.
What about the American remake?
Well, then,
of
okay, so Tim, we talked about that too. We talked about a month of just American remakes of foreign horror movies. And we could do it like whatever fucking month Columbus Day. It's just because, like, oh my god, like the Ring remake.
The
Grudge.
The Grudge. Yeah, I mean, we could just do a month of Japan.
Record. Wreck.
Yep.
Yeah, Wreck.
Right?
Oh, it was
Pulse.
Quarantine.
Yeah,
She brought up the Tale of Two Sisters American remake.
I didn't know there was one.
I was just going to say, what?
She told me what the fucking title of it was.
Oh, Old Boy.
Oh.
The American remake of Old Boy.
Oh, my God.
You want to talk about a fucking travesty?
Okay, it was The Uninvited from 2009.
Oh, yes, the one with what's her face?
Yep, what's her face? Emily Browning, Elizabeth Banks. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Tim. Have you seen that yet?
Okay.
If
I
it's
don't
in the
think so,
bank,
no.
you got to watch it. And I want to see how mad you get about fucking that, dude. Tale of Two Sisters American remake.
It's really... Yeah, they can't remake Asian movies.
They can't
I'm sorry.
remake anything.
Things
that
get
just
lost,
don't
yeah.
translate.
Yeah.
Well, like I said before, and I say it again, in Asian movies, there's almost no guns. And in Old Boy, there's a pretty famous scene where if that happened in
everybody
America,
would
an
have
American
been
gang,
killed, yeah.
he would have been shot 10
immediately.
times.
Okay. So now Lori's at the end of her rope, right? Freaking out. She's having a terrible fucking time, right? She just had this massive freak out, went to her psychiatrist, had a
Won't give her
fucking
more drugs.
meltdown because she's not medicated enough. She's just at the end of her rope. So what does she do? Gets drunk.
Yes, but it gets drunk. She self-medicates.
Yeah.
But it's the most pathetic way of
Oh.
drinking a can of beer I've ever fucking seen. For somebody who, if you're trying to lay
Yeah.
a load on, that's not how you
Yeah,
drink
you're
that fucking
shotgunning
beer.
it. You're fucking, yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like sipping it with her pinky up. And Annie comes and she's like, "Oh, woe is me. I'm having a hard day." Like, bitch, you just about killed somebody. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So she argues with Annie for a minute, and I just say, fuck me, is this entire movie broads arguing?
Yeah, it's the perfect movie. I identified so
imagine?
hard with this movie. You don't even know. My
And I
life
was
changed
like-
after watching it.
I was like, there's literally nothing that they could do to piss me off more than this. And then we cut to the only neither topless nor bottomless strip club I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.
And I'm pissed.
This is the Tuesday, 3 o'clock.
There
in the
were
afternoon strip club,
no
right?
strippers.
No,
These
there's
were all
literally
women
no
in
one.
clothing.
It's the owner
Yeah,
and his girlfriend,
the owner,
right?
his stripper
Basically.
girlfriend, and the bouncer, who I think the owner could have beat the shit out of the bouncer. Big Lou
Yeah.
versus that fucking twerp that gets fucking boot checked by Michael.
Yeah, because when you see Big Lou, first you think he'd have a heart attack before anything happened, but later on, he kind
He
of holds his
does
own
for a
against
minute,
Michael for
yeah.
a while, right? The strangest people get the one-uppings on Michael every once in a while.
So the stripper girlfriend and the owner make fun of the bouncer, tell him to go take the trash out, and he whines about it.
Oh, he also tells a joke. The strip club
Okay.
owner has to
No,
tell a
yeah,
joke.
please.
I don't remember it.
Oh, it's about
'cause
how's a pumpkin and a blonde the same?
yeah, it made no sense to me.
No, that's not. No, the joke that he says is, how does the how does the stripper get rid of her asshole every
Oh.
night?
Yeah,
Take
what
care
is
of
this?
her
That's
asshole?
right. What
Or what does the stripper say to her
what does the
asshole every
stripper
night or
do
something?
to her asshole before she dances on the pole? Tells it to take out the garbage.
Woo!
Yeah.
And then they're like, but no, seriously, go take out the garbage. Which,
Yeah. And then she bends over and she does a Mr. Assman from
oh yeah, she talks out of her asshole. She says, "Go take out the comments." Oh boy, remember when comedy was great? You could just talk out of your asshole.
Well, you can still watch
now
Bill
those are
Maher.
political pundits.
You know what?
Yeah,
that's a good joke. I don't care.
Both of you, I'll give both of you a point on that one. So, of course, he runs afoul Michael out back. And, of course, Michael picks him up and choke slams him like a wrestler and then stomps on his head until it's mush.
It's this guy's fault. Why is he giving a shit when it's not his turn to give a shit?
Fair, yeah.
To quote the Wire, right?
He doesn't own the joint. He's just like, look, Lou's going to be pissed because there's a homeless person. You need to just move on, buddy.
Yeah, and you're a 7 foot fucking tall motherfucker. Guess what? Fuck Lou.
Yeah.
Lou don't know shit. Lou's going getting his fucking dick sucked later on tonight.
Oh,
He's not coming out in the back.
This is where I have a note. Is Michael wearing a scarf? He's wearing a fucking scarf in this scene.
Is it? It might have been cold out. That's a good point.
I think he has a hood on. I think Candice might be right. I think that might be the scarf around his neck.
Oh my god. Cozy Michael Myers.
His mom gave it to him. Yeah, his mom said, "It's going to be cold, honey. It's Halloween. Put a mask. But you don't have to put your jacket on if you want to go out tonight. But you got to put a
she's giving him
scarf
the
on."
Michael kill for a mommy. Oh, but it's cold out, Speedy. Put on a scarf.
Exactly.
You know what? I kind of like that, like a mom to the end. You know.
Wouldn't that be great if that's how Michael Myers got taken out? He ends up in the hospital.
If you saw
with
the
pneumonia.
first movie, she wasn't that kind of mom.
No. You know what? I could see a Mrs. Voorhees telling little Jason to put on a scarf. I could see that. She seems more nurturing. You know? Not Michael's mom.
This movie.
Especially not Rob Zombie's Michael's mom. So yeah.
Was there a book associated with this movie? Like the
of this movie?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Somebody quick, look it up.
How could there be? Most of it would just be, and then these
There's a ton of movies that have the fucking, you think about it, how the fuck
it would
does
just
this
be
movie
like
have a
Michael
book? But it's
walks
got
a
one.
bunch and then a bunch of broads argue. And then that's the
it was
movie.
listed as chicklet.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I do have a note. Well, at least there's no rape in this movie.
Fair. Well,
there was a scene there where the mom almost looks like, did she just give him the green light to go rape that girl? When she says, go ahead, now go have yourself some fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see it that way. I took it as like he enjoys carving her up.
Yeah.
I didn't think about sex, but you might be right.
And then,
that would not surprise me.
And then I might say that depending upon the transactional nature of the relationship between Big Lou and the stripper girlfriend, that sex might not have been with full enthusiastic consent.
Definitely not
That's
enthusiastic.
Candace, do you really want to get fucked by Frankenstein with sideburns like that? And he doesn't even put the mask on. He puts on top of his fucking head.
So that's just like him wearing a wig, basically. Anybody who's fucked Trump has been in that situation. Got fucked by a big, fat, ugly Frankenstein-looking dude in a wig.
Who would have thought the Rob Zombie fucking Halloween 2 podcast would turn into something political?
We got to do something. We have to have some fucking meat on these bones, Tim, because this movie is just abysmal.
I'm sorry, Matt Anderson. I apologize.
Poor Matt. I almost asked Matt to be on this episode just because he's the Halloween guy.
Oh.
But then...
But
you can get him there. I bet you can get him there quick.
I think
drop it in.
During the blood debates, didn't I ask him his thoughts on Rob Zombie's Halloween movies? And he said he respected Rob Zombie for doing his own thing. Like, he was always positive.
Oh, no. Then I take my apology back.
He's always positive to the end. Can't say something mean to save his life.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. That's true. We gotta give him that. I will say I did ask another person to be on this episode.
They declined?
They declined,
but
they had kind of a political reason of declining, which is they'll have a fun. They don't mind being on our show and making fun of old shit, but new shit might be a problem.
Oh, so it's like a career thing.
Yeah. So, yeah, Michael stomped homeboy out. Meanwhile, Big Lou's getting his fuck on with his stripper girlfriend.
Yeah.
But he pulls out so he can go put the Frankenstein mask
Well, it's
on.
getting her hot and bothered, man. She has a Frankenstein fetish.
Well, yeah, anything to cover that fucking face
with props, Tim?
No, I can't really say I have. And I was thinking if my wife ever told me to put a Frankenstein mask on something like that, I was like, she just doesn't want to see my ugly face.
And plus, it'd be hard to get it over the paper bag anyway. So
that's true. Yes.
I mean,
she got a lot of paper.
Her role playing is you taking the mask off.
Oh, oh man. So no, Lou's fucking her out pretty good, and. Yeah, he puts on the fucking stupid Frankenstein thing, and he's like, what's his thing about he's like a green, I'm gonna fuck you with
the Jolly Green Giant. Ho, ho, ho. Oh my God. Rob Zombie, you fucking asshole.
No, what?
How does he not make that fucking joke when he says, you want to get fucked by the Jolly Green Giant? How does he not look at her and go, ho, ho, ho?
I don't think they were calling people hoes in whatever year this took place.
Yes. Yes. Candice, if somebody called you a hoe, you know exactly what it means, right?
A garden utensil.
Candice, if I spirited you away to Rob Zombie's 1970 whatever and called you a hoe,
I'd get raped immediately.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Fair. Good point.
Believe me, if this is supposed to be in the 70s, especially, ask Chef Robbie, he knows. Hoe was a very big term. And it still is. Okay?
I was just thinking about what my beard would look like in a Rob Zombie movie.
It'd be real scraggly.
It'd be impressive, let me tell you.
How come he never got Mick Foley to be in one of his movies, right?
Yeah, he'd fit. But no, instead he got...
he's a big motherfucker. He'll do crazy shit, right? Probably do his own stunts.
Instead he got Sabretooth. So... that works. So he's fucking her his Frankenstein. Michael walks in. Starts fucking around with Lou, and I got it. Like you said, Tim, Lou fucking holds up to him for a minute there.
Yeah.
He's like, look, bitch, I'm going to...
Yeah, I think this is Lou from Fight Club. He learned his lesson.
So he's beating the fuck out of Lou. Meanwhile, the stripper tries to get the fuck out of there. Smart.
Well, no, Lou does the smart thing. Like you said, he pulls a gun out, right? And then he runs right up to Michael Myers with it.
Why would you do that?
That's the exact opposite of what you do. If somebody has a gun, you run into them. If they have a knife,
the whole purpose
you run
of a
away.
gun is that it gives you an advantage at a distance.
Yes. So you don't take the gun out and then
you
run
close
up to the
in on the guy with a fucking gun. I mean, unless you're going to pistol whip him, I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know. Maybe the blood pressure that's from all the blood going to his dick is affecting his vision.
Oh, yeah. Lou's definitely got some cholesterol issues. For sure. He's got some blood pressure problems. Like,
oh, that fried fish.
So he runs up on Michael, gets the fucking shit beat out of him. Stripper tries to run away. And Michael's had some time to do a little decorating while they were fucking.
She runs into the first guy's smushed in face.
Yeah. And he's just hanging by a rope light, which is a good, that's a good move. Then, of course, Michael grabs her and just starts beating her face into a mirror. And, okay, I'll give him this kill. Right? This one, pretty decent-looking kill effects. Like, it was fun. She slumps down to the ground dead. And then Michael switches the sign from opened to closed.
Because now he's got a private show.
Ew.
Right?
Is that what you're implying here?
He's getting a private show. Well, what are we implying here? He's at a strip club. He just killed everybody in there, right? Now it's time for him to enjoy. So he closes the strip club and he sits down. And who appears?
He's all like,
stage?
hey, oh, yeah, his mom shows up on the fucking stage. Why?
I'm like, is she going to do a ghost strip? What the fuck?
Well, she did work at, so.
Yeah, she worked there, and her pictures are up there because the other thing you didn't mention, when you go into the strip club, there are 2 fucking banners that said, home of Michael Myers' mom.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Tim, you would have done that.
I mean, it's good advertising, right?
I mean, you know, look, we're making money. That's why we're here.
I'm trying
right?
to imagine Michael Myers' mom on MILF Manor.
Ooh. Okay, speaking of, Tim, new episode today, buddy.
Oh, that's right. Fuck the Oscars.
This deserves all the awards, Tim. MILF Manor, come on, buddy. Fantastic show.
It's going to be hard to top last week's game.
God.
Let's see what they do this week.
So bad. Oh, fucking terrible.
I know, because I bought them for him, is what one of them said.
Oh, God. Yeah, just identifying each other's fucking underwear by smell. That's disgusting.
What?
Candice.
It wasn't smell. And Candice is like, what? She really believed her for a second.
No, I would
I
believe
mean,
it.
it's still bad. It's still
bad. It was
bad.
just by
It's not that
feel.
bad.
It wasn't by smell.
Oh, no.
I mean, is there any universe in which identifying your mother's underwear is good?
Uh-huh. And then the mothers had to pick their son's underwear out, and that's why one of them picked out them. And she says, "I know because I bought
that
them
guy's
for
what?
him. He's a 30-something-year-old guy."
So
oh no, wait,
it presumes
20-something years old. Whatever. His
right. It
mom's still
presumes
buying
that either
underwear.
she still buys his underwear or he still owns the underwear she bought him as a teenager. Neither of those are a
point.
positive scenario. So
We'll have to wait for the
I
tell-all.
suppose so. Yeah. So Annie's dad gets real mad at Loomis's book. He's just reading a book. You all right, Tim?
Yes, because here's my problem: is he's in the middle. This information is in the middle
That
of
came
the
out
fucking
today.
book.
How
That
did
came
he
out today.
possibly?
How did he? Yes. And then she finds the book. She goes into the store. She buys
And
that
reads it
fucking
just
book
as
too.
quickly.
And she just as quick goes exactly right to it.
Can
and
I
sees
ask
it.
either of you?
And by the way, nobody else in town for the rest of this movie has read this book or
No
is
one
going
knows
to acknowledge what the
this. Yeah.
bombshell is.
They have to tell everybody. Now, so
Remember how they rented out the auditorium that with the Ghostface Killer was supposed to?
Ghostface Killer, the RZA, the
for the
Jizza,
conference with
old dirty bastard.
for the news conference about
Yeah.
this book coming out.
All the 36 chambers of the Woo were there. No, so Ghostface Killer, Tim. So, yeah, I have a question. So, have either of you ever received news that was like earth shattering to you, or just kind of realigned the way you look at the world, or maybe your place in it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Of course,
probably
we're
negative,
alive.
I would say.
Well, usually earth-shattering is followed by negative news.
Do you remember
yes.
getting like physically violent with whatever the delivery method of that news was? Like punching the book or drop kicking the phone?
Well, it's called killing the messenger, right?
Nobody gets mad at a book and is like, fucking book, and punches it.
Wait, hold on, Eddie. Not to get
This
political.
is a Rob Zombie movie.
Fair. Yeah. So, yeah, but no, Annie's dad gets just that fucking angry. Calls Annie, is like, hey, is Lori around? I don't want to tell you.
He's trying to sound calm, but he's
Yeah.
like, clearly there's something very wrong.
Hey, is Lori around? Fucking book.
Yeah, I just want to talk to her. It's fine.
He's
fine.
got the book in the corner, and he like keeps looking at it, pissed off, like fucking book. Oh yeah, I want to.
What is the point of not telling his daughter
why?
the truth and expressing the urgency of them getting
Just
in
say,
touch
hey,
with
listen,
Lori?
I read the Loomis's book, found out that Lori's real name is Angel. That's probably the worst part of the news.
Well, he already knows this. He's
Right,
he's
but
a,
they
Knew
said-
at the beginning.
I know, just saying that it's about to come out, right?
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
tell her. Tell
Yeah.
Annie. Say, Annie, listen.
That's supposed to be her best friend. Like, you guys are taking care of her.
I mean, best friend though. They hate each other.
Yeah, I mean, but they're supposed to be best friends.
Right. So yeah, he won't tell her why. So then we cut to immediately Lori goes to the bookstore, gets the same book, and she reads it and gets pissed off. Michael, he sees an ad for the book, and he's like,
Oh my God! The three of them looking at that
It's the ad for the book, Tim.
Billboard, man.
And then we cut to Loomis at a book signing, and my hero comes up. What's this fucking dude, like Chet, the Destroyer of Worlds, or whatever the fuck he went by? This
The bringer
piece of
death.
shit at the fucking book signing. It's like, yeah, sign it, Chet Johnson. It's
With
like,
two T's.
No. But yeah, it's Chet with two T's, by the way, because I'm a douchebag. If wanting to be called the Destroyer of Worlds wasn't douchey enough. And then he just starts like, I don't know, shit talking other serial killers.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted Bundy's a bitch, something like that. Like
Bundy wasn't a bitch. That dude killed numerous women in a tan Volkswagen. That's impressive. No, so
And then gets married.
okay. You still got those serial killer cards from the.
And then gets
from the
married
90s?
while he's in prison.
that's true. Yeah. I mean, if you're gonna talk about the goat, though, that's definitely Dahmer, right? Like you don't do better than.
Well, he didn't get married in prison.
No,
Something else
well, he got married to a mop handle in prison.
He married the Lord.
That's one of my favorite Norm Macdonald jokes too, which is he says, Jeffrey Dahmer, he was raped to death with a mop handle in prison, which I hear is one of the worst ways to die.
I mean, it's up there, right?
Certainly up there. It's like you hear Browning's peaceful, raped to death with a mop handle. That's pretty bad. Oh, God. So yeah, no, he's we cut back to fucking Loomis at his book signing. The nut, talking to him. He's like, yeah, okay, wacky, why don't you go over there? And another dude walks up, hands him a book, says, hey, open the book up so you can sign it. And there's a picture of some broad in there, and Loomis is like, not bad,
Yeah, he says,
got another,
I'd do her.
yeah, in the pooper. So then he's like, that's
you trying to set me
inappropriate
up?
here. That's my daughter, and she's dead. And he's like, all right, well, maybe I wouldn't do her then.
Although
Although,
I'm not that ambulance driver, though. I do hear
I
tale
know
about
the
what they
difference
do.
between jam and jelly.
I mean, I say I wouldn't fuck her bug-infested, rotting corpse right now, but there's not a river so long that doesn't have a bend in it, so I can't say I never would. So, time makes a fool of all of us, as they say. So I may one day fuck her dead body. And homeboy whips out a pistol, whips out a piece, and he's like, you son of a bitch, it's your fault she's dead. You're a murderer. And he's like, no, I'm not. It's Michael's. But I kind of get that by a layer of abstraction, it's kind of technically my fault, so I understand what you're saying. And then the police escort him out, and he pops up in his limo, old Loomis. And he's like, wow, that was crazy. I'm glad they came in and took care of it. And he's in there with his agent, giving him shit about the book, like, see, I told you it was going to be dangerous. He's like, shut up. If I wanted an opinion out of you, I'd beat it out of you.
Yeah, he just verbally abuses her constantly, nonstop.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Is that, oh, you know what? Those are probably the notes from Harvey Weinstein. You got to be more aggressive with this female assistant, right?
Weinstein's like...
Because it's really out of nowhere. It's not like she's doing anything. Because that first time when he's doing the interview outside the house, and she's like, do you really want to have this as the backdrop? And then that's when he's like, if I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
So Weinstein's like, okay, so, after she gives you a lip in the back of your limo, which, of course, you're in a limo because I'm Weinstein. After she gives you a lip in the back of the limo, that's when you take her to the torture dungeon and inject weird chemicals in your fake dick thing that you have still, right? And Zombie's like, no. I guess he could just say he could threaten her. All right, good enough. Well, time to go rape. And he gets in the rape mobile. And
by the way, we're cutting
your budget. I bet Weinstein.
Gonna move this production
Weinstein was
2 months.
stealing the money. I could see that. Oh, man. So, yeah, they take the fuck off. And this is when Lori finds the book, reads it, and gets mad at it as well.
Yep.
So mad.
Worst fucking book ever.
So mad at the book. And by the way, there's 3 words on every page, I guess.
Yeah.
A lot of pictures
too, right?
Yeah. Because she flips through those. That's true. She gets so mad. I mean, she takes the only natural recourse you could as a grown woman. She decides to run away.
Yes. Because she's mature.
She goes to her house, packs her stuff up, and is like, I'm running away. And Annie's like, don't run away.
You're not even taking a suitcase with you.
She's
got like a duffel.
well, because earlier we see her with her little teddy bear, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's what the name of the teddy bear was, Buddy, and that's what she was calling the security guard in the beginning in the movie. And I'm like, he never told her what the fucking name was, but then it turned out to be a dream, so it really didn't fucking
it was
matter.
like in Wes Craven's New Nightmare with the dinosaur that protects the kid in the dreams. That's Buddy, her bear, protects her in her dreams, I guess.
Maybe?
I don't know.
Sure.
Maybe I'm trying too hard. I'm trying harder than.
Wouldn't it have been great? Oh my god. Okay, Rob Zombie, you fucking idiot. Have this fucking movie end where you get Sherry Moon coming down on a white horse, and all of a sudden this gigantic fucking white bear comes out of nowhere and kills her on the horse, and that's how they get rid of the curse of Michael Myers.
Could the bear be on cocaine by any chance?
It could be a brown bear covered in
Works for
cocaine,
me.
so it'd be white.
Then you know where all the money for the budget went to.
Yeah, everybody running up to
Everybody
that bear,
snorting the
sniffing
Coke bear. Oh, man. So, no, she runs away. She gets her bindle stick and she fucking packs all her shit in it and leaves, goes to her friend's house and is like, no. Before she leaves, she says, oh, and by the way, Annie, tell your dad Angel says, fuck you. And Annie's like, what are you talking about? Angel? What the fuck? She gets in her car.
It's a stripper name.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Hey, you know what? With the stripper mom being named Angel, it makes a lot more sense.
Isn't it usually the other way around? Like the stripper moms, don't they give like their daughters like real normal sounding names?
I have no idea.
I only knew.
I don't know. You find a stripper, you ask her what her daughter's name is.
I only knew 2 strippers, and their kids had normal names. So yeah, it's a good point.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, she goes over to her friend's house, and she's like, "Okay, well, clearly I'm at the end of my rope, right? I'm having a deep existential crisis because I've just learned my name isn't even my name." Right? That's, I mean, that could rattle a person, right?
Yeah, I've been told that I was adopted and my first name wasn't always Candice.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that was probably like a kind of a hard, even getting that revealed to you by people who love you and care for you, that had to be, if that was the case, that would still be difficult.
Yeah.
Right? To wrap your head around. And what if you also found out that there was like some local murderer who tried to kill you?
Yeah. And you got the scars to prove it.
And you shot them with a gun.
And that person
And that
was
person
your
was
brother.
your brother. Like the conflicting, like, now I know who my family was, but wow. I guess I should go to the fucking Halloween party and get shit-faced. Right? Like, I mean,
but first I need to scream at cars and call them assholes and motherfuckers.
Oh, I have to admit, this is the scene of hers I can identify with because so commonly.
She's the one driving like a maniac, too.
Yeah. If you mic'd me in a car when I'm driving somewhere, this is me. It's either I'm either screaming like fuck you at everybody or I'm coming up with songs about what I see. Those are my 2 modes. It's either like
one of them is on the way to the weed store, and the other one is on the way home.
Tim, you don't know how close to the truth you are, my friend. Let me just tell you, those fast-acting gummies are quick. Damn.
Yeah, but they taste like shit.
Disgusting. I told you what the science was in that now. I looked it up. So it makes sense, I guess. But it's probably not real.
Well, it's got the California state.
No, I mean, the
right?
science probably doesn't make sense.
Oh,
It said, what is it? Adabinol nanotech. So
nanotech.
yeah, that sounds like bullshit to me.
No,
but apparently they make the THC particles smaller so that they bypass the liver and absorb directly into the bloodstream.
But that's not my meaning, the understanding of the meaning of the word.
Well, nano means small, right? Means
and
technology.
Tech, which, I mean, that's usually like
right. So
robots,
they used
right?
technology to make it small, nanotech. I don't know. That's their fucking word, not mine.
All right.
I was just like the shitty
right,
one that gets you fucked up and made my wife hallucinate. That's the.
Oh yeah, that sounded fun.
She had a good time, man. Let me tell you. Because yeah, she hasn't had any booze in weeks, and I was just like, "Here, have a booze." On top of this, get crossfaded,
drugs
baby.
down her throat.
Yeah, get crossfaded, baby, and then go watch the kids. I gotta go do shit. I gotta go watch Halloween 2 and get angry. Nah, just kidding. I watched that today. Yeah, so we cut to the Newman hour. Because why don't we cut to a fucking talk show with Loomis?
Yep.
And Weird Al. Why not?
Runtime? There was no problem with runtime with this fucking. The original movie was what, an hour and 45 minutes?
Problem with runtime. Why do we need Weird Al bopping? Why do we need Chris Hardwick? I don't need. Okay. I'll always accept Weird Al in a movie. You put him in there.
Yeah, sure.
Fine.
He's a pleasant surprise.
Fine with him being there. And you know what? He's probably the best part of the movie.
I don't know.
What's better than him in the movie?
When he snaps at him.
Yeah, because I like it. It's Weird Al and Chris Hardwick roasting Loomis the entire show.
And it's funny because Weird Al's just doing it in the nicest way possible. This
Yeah.
is Weird Al.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, Jimmy Fallon, you hack. They're doing mean tweets.
Oh, yeah. They're just reading bad reviews.
Right?
Good point, Tim. So then I just have, what do I have here? I'm at like my last paragraph and a half. Oh, no, never mind. There's another page.
Well, I just want to say the problem that I have with this party is, you're right, after she was having that breakdown and she decides to just flip the switch and decide to go to the party, it's her and her two friends, right? Her blonde hair friend is already there. The other friend, who is dressed up as Dr. Frankenfurter, right? Comes into the room and they say, "Who are you supposed to be?" And she says, "I'm playing a man pretending to be a woman."
Woman
Get
pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman.
Yes. She's doing a Victor Victoria thing. Blake Edwards, look it up. Chef Robbie knows. So that means that they did not know that she was going as Dr. Frankenfurter.
And somehow
right?
they whip up these costumes.
Exactly, Candice. Thank you. Yeah, she's got the little fucking dolly on her head and everything.
Coat.
The other one's got the fucking the gold fucking sparkle tail coat with the
those
fucking
little girl
top hat.
socks.
Interesting. Yeah. So the implication here is either A, she just happened to have that costume handy.
Yeah, for two people. Yeah, for two people.
Because they go as a trio, and they're going as the people from Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's not like they're going as three ghosts or
do
three
these
vampires.
people strike you as the fuckers who go to all the Rocky Horror live performances?
No, they don't.
No.
They don't strike me like that at all.
No, because those are dorky but fun-loving people.
Yeah, these are edgelords.
These are assholes. Why would they? Yeah, that's a great point, Tim. Thank you. You're right. That's the least believable part of this movie.
No. The next unbelievable part is how everybody else at this fucking show has hundreds of dollars of fucking costumes and professional fucking makeup.
Again, you brought up the Wolf Man. So much better than Teen Wolf.
His mouth, there is such articulation.
It looks great.
When he's talking.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. I'm like, damn, for being at a concert party, that's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, that band, do they only do monster songs?
Or do
they just have a set of monster songs that they perform at
this is someone
Halloween?
that Rob Zombie knows personally, and he was like, I like you guys. I'm going to put you in my movie and get you some exposure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's in the credits, but I don't care because
I don't care either.
Is there a soundtrack?
Oh, I'm
to this?
sure.
Of course. Yeah. It says here, when Laurie and her friends arrive at the concert, the band is playing a song called Terror Train. Terror Train is the name of a horror movie starring Jamie Lee Curtis.
Bad movie and an even worse remake on Tubi. If you want to see one of the worst, if we're going to do a worse remake, I vote for Terror Train that was made for Tubi.
Yeah, that's made for Tubi? Wow.
Wow.
Made for Tubi. And I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot. I'll send it. The cover art, you look at this movie, you cannot tell if it is supposed to be a horror movie or if it's supposed to be a scary movie
parody
type
thing.
Parody. Yep. From that poster, it's impossible to tell.
Yeah, I'm good. I don't have to watch that, Tim. Thank you.
Oh, you're going to make us watch a 3-hour fucking movie by
that guy rules.
Dildo.
That guy would be in a Rob Zombie movie.
Oh, yeah. That guy, 100%. That guy rules. I have to post that on the this episode's notes or something.
Yeah. Everyone needs to see this.
By the way, that song was performed by Captain Clegg and the Night Creatures.
Yeah.
Doesn't that just sound like the band that would perform that song?
Yes.
They're a psychobilly band. Oh, and here's their credits. Featured in Halloween 2.
Psychobilly.
Yeah. That's literally the only credit they have. Wow, that's perfect. Yeah, fuck those guys. So yeah, they're at the party having a good time.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
Yeah,
you killed our
one
career.
of her friends goes off to fuck the Wolf Man in his van, in the Wolf Van, which he lost. He should have called it the Wolf Van.
Or have a vanity plate on the front that says that.
WLFVN. Yeah.
Yeah.
Please. And Charles, we got to ask you about this guy's van, if you could rate it. It was upholstered in shag carpeting.
He called it something, right? The
Shag and Wagon,
didn't he?
Oh,
that's a classic, right? Shag and Wagon, the Bang Bus,
it rhymes.
Stabbing Cabin.
No, that's only for boats.
Yeah, I mean, every method of conveyance one can be fucked in has to have a nickname, right? Oh man, so she's trying to fuck him. And he's like, I don't know. Where does penis go? He's like one of those guys.
Hold on, I gotta go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
And
they're getting ready to penetrate.
Yeah.
She's on top of him. And he's like, hang on, I have to pee. It's like,
Yeah.
what?
No, that system shuts off.
Yeah.
Here's one for you, Candice. You probably didn't know this one. When a guy goes into horny mode on his penis, the physiology where you have to pee goes away.
Does it disappear?
Yep, vanishes. Completely gone. And then as soon as you are done being intimate, it comes back. It's magic. It's sheer magic.
That's why it's hard to piss.
I don't know if I can believe you.
I'm going to tell you right now, unlike the orgasm making you have to poop, this one is true. This is a sexual thing about going to the bathroom, I'm telling you, that is actually true. Ask your husband about it. He'll tell you.
I will. I will ask
Apropos
him.
of nothing. Just say, honey, if we're ever banging and you really have to pee, and he'll look at you like when a dog looks at a person, like trying to...
Head cockeyed.
What? Yeah.
How Michael Myers usually looks at people when he kills
head
them?
twist at you, like, what? What the fuck? When you have to pee, that's not a thing. So he goes out to pee. Oh, but before he goes out to pee, she's all like, well, maybe you should just piss on me, right?
Yeah.
She's like, how do you know I'm not into golden showers? And he's...
Did you
How
ask?
about this? Don't go all the way over to the tree to piss. You got a fucking van in the middle of nowhere. Just go around the back of the van and pull your dick out fast.
It literally
piss, and
had
get
the
back in
note.
there.
I would just hang my cock out the door.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, if she's
Roll down that
already
window.
asking for me to pee on her, if I pee out a window, she's not going to judge me.
Yeah, but Eddie, it's called the shag van because it's
fair.
got shag carpeting. It's not got. It
You
doesn't
know
have
what?
the
I
plastic
don't
coating
care.
down.
If you're really fucking in that van as much as he purports, you've got some like plastic you can lay down. I think every van without windows comes equipped with plastic sheeting, if I'm not mistaken.
I think when you buy a van,
you're just a plastic sheeting guy. Yeah. They're like, are you going to need duct tape as well? We figure you do.
In fact, if you buy 10 rolls,
people who buy this usually buy this.
Well, first
duct tape. It's soil.
First, they have to measure the length of your chest hair. They're like, okay, yeah, this chest hair is beyond 2.5 inches. You're definitely a van sex guy. So here you go. Oh man! So he goes out there, gets stabbed because of course he does. Then old Michael busts into the van, chokes her ass out, and by the way, this is being intercut with her friends dancing while she's getting choked out. Every scene you see is being intercut by whatever the other people are doing. Doesn't matter what it is. Just happens.
Doesn't have to make sense. Doesn't have to be cohesive.
No, of course.
It's cool.
So now we go back to the party where I guess Laurie's too high now.
Because now she sees the ghost?
Yeah, now she's seeing the same hallucination that Michael Myers is.
It's part that, but it's also part the world gets like the spins too. She's like, it looks like any of those after school specials where the Christians are trying to tell you about the dangers of doing drugs when everything spins around.
Yeah, you know what? You're 100% right, Eddie. How the fucking Rob Zombie, a director who's made 2 movies, not come up with a better fucking way of showing it? And so, like you said,
and he's never done drugs apparently, because what the fuck is he talking about? Anyhow, yeah, she gets grabbed from behind by Michael, and she freaks out. But then it turns out it's not Michael.
It's just like a stuffed bear.
Yeah, it wasn't even some asshole in an outfit.
Yeah, it's literally just one of those giant stuffed bears you see in hunting lodges.
How did it grab her? It didn't. Like, what?
No, she's freaking out. She's losing her damn mind.
But it very easily could have just been she bumped into a person or something. Giant. And also,
that would make more sense.
Later on, something's holding her that's not there.
Yeah, it would make sense if it was like she backed into a person and they like grabbed her, because everybody is crazy at this party.
Well, so either this assumes that either somebody brought a stuffed bear to the party, or that's just a concert venue where there is a stuffed bear.
It's part of the props of the psychobilly bear.
That makes sense. That and the broads with their tits out, which, again, more nudity at the concert than the strip club.
Oh God.
Well, yeah, this is Candice's son's favorite part now. He doesn't know why, but he's got to think for fucking blondes.
All of a sudden, your son's into psychobilly music.
Oh no!
Yeah,
lost another child to horror movies.
He's like, "Hey, Ma, can we go get some Reverend Horton Heat albums?" For some reason, I'm very, very attracted to that kind of music. And shut the door, by the way. I got some work to do. Oh, man. So, yeah, I guess that somehow Michael went to the party from from the party to Annie's place now, because Annie is being guarded by a cop friend of her dad's.
Right.
Oh.
And so Michael goes over there, kills the cop guard, goes after Annie, and then
why?
I was gonna say, like, how does he get into the shower?
Oh, because that's where she lives too.
How does he get into the shower without her noticing? He was like 2 seconds ago he was outside killing the cop, and now he's like standing inside the shower on the second floor.
Good
on the
question.
Opposite side of the house.
How does a 7-foot tall guy that weighs so much it took 6 people to carry him?
How does he tiptoe silently around, skitters into the bathroom?
You know
ahead of her?
He might have rolled a crit on his stealth check. That can happen.
Oh, playing by them rules.
D&D shit.
I don't know. It's fucking Rob Zombie. Hey, you know what? Would you rather watch this movie again or do a D&D episode, Tim?
Ooh.
Yeah, Candice, do you want this movie with the extra 45 seconds added of how he did that?
Yeah, that's a good point. Do we need more? I think we're good. I'm full.
No, you're right. I take back everything I said.
Yeah, because, she's just up. He kind of, I guess, kills her, quote unquote, off screen, because this is when his mommy's all like, yeah, go buck wild with this one, Mikey.
That's just it. This is when I realized that the little boy is just saying Michael Myers' thoughts. This is just basically Michael Myers talking. And it's just hideous. Because she's like, okay, now you can have fun. And he looks up and he goes, thanks, Mommy. It's like, this is Mommy. What Michael Myers is saying in his head.
Starts pulling his cock out. You're like, ugh, Michael, gross. At least take a shower first. Come on. So yeah, then I guess she dies off screen, but she doesn't die because we come back and she's alive, but whatever. So then Laurie.
No, but we get the artsy way of showing it because we see the car driving up outside and we hear the sounds of her getting inside the house without seeing it. And then they go back and then they show us what happened, but without the sound.
It's incomprehensible how they do this because not only are they killing Danielle Harris, Annie, off screen, and all you do is hear it. And then when you do see it, it's just these quick flashes. You never actually see anything.
Right.
Well, he wanted to show her some respect for all the hard work that she put in on the Halloween.
Do you think there's supposed to be a take in here or a mislead that we think that Laurie's been doing all the killing this whole time and there is no Michael, that she's been having the visions and the weird puking connection because it's supposed to just be her?
I mean, I could see them going in that direction.
And then a better...
you know what? I could see maybe him wanting to go in that direction. But if I'm producing this Halloween movie, I'm like, no fucking way are we doing a Friday the 13th part 4.
That's a good point. Yeah, we have to have Michael. We can't have a fake out. So, yeah. They, her and the friend get home, make some tea, have some coffee. They're hanging out with Candice with their PG tips. And... oh man, and everything's fine until she heads upstairs and she's like, wait a second, this place is a more of a wreck.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't believe she noticed a difference.
I don't remember putting blood on that wall. So she goes into the bathroom, sees the bathroom just looks like Ichi the Killer finished up in here. It's
someone just emptied a bucket of red paint in there.
Yeah, you emptied a human being out in this room. All over the room. So you're like, fuck, what the fuck happened to Annie? She's done. She's parts. She's been eviscerated. No, she's laying on the floor. She's all right.
Still alive.
Just bloody.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Oh, that's
so
right.
Laurie scoops her up in her arms. She's like, oh my God, Annie.
Oh no, she kept saying, baby, don't leave me, baby. Baby, stay with me.
Why is she calling her baby?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's never been a nickname that they've used before. They've only been fighting at each other's throats pretty much.
But now, all of a sudden, she's lovey-dovey. She's like, Annie, are you okay? And Annie's like...
oh, fuck.
Fading.
Oh, man. Come on, stop that.
She's just fading out and just fucking dies in her arms.
How sad.
Yeah.
After telling her to go.
After being a total bitch to her the entire time.
Yeah. But I do like that on one of the walls in the bathroom, because the two of them share it, it says, keep your side clean, bitch. And now the entire place is a wreck, and it's because of her blood. So kind of her fault.
Like, why even try to put any emotional poignancy in this movie? Like, no one gives a fuck about these characters.
That's, you know what we need? You're right, Candice. I need like a half hour establishing them as like an odd couple relationship. You know, like... that would.
Well, no, Candice is right, because if you just watch this movie and your only introduction is to these characters, they're all pieces of shit. Even Annie in this movie. And I mean, I don't know, I can't remember what she was like in the first one, but I can't imagine she was this kind of fucking bad. But every time she was there with her quote unquote best friend, that when her parents die, her brother comes to kill her, some maniac comes to kill her, your dad says, move in and spray paint my upper house.
It's literally my last line. In this is no. It's akin to that though, Tim. My last line that I have in my notes here is, "They're all dead. Good. I never liked any of them anyway."
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Because it's fucking perfect. Like No, who could care about anybody in this movie? I mean, maybe
They're
Michael.
all shrill, screaming psycho assholes.
Yeah, everybody.
No, not even Michael, because Michael kills basically the only innocent person in this fucking movie, basically. The girl that was in the truck with the two fucking hillbilly father and uncle, and she's like, come on, don't do it. And then she's like, we're not going to just leave him here. And she's like, I'm so sorry. He kills her, and then he kills the dog. So he's no sympathetic character.
The dog's the only innocent. She's guilty by association. Right. No.
Yeah, well, she's trying to change. She's trying to save up to get out, go to college.
And I gotta correct you on that one, Tim, because he does walk by a kid that's dressed up like a clown, and he's like, "You're cool."
Yeah, doesn't kill the kid.
Oh yeah, well that's because he gives him that big dick energy. He's like, "Wow, you're a giant."
And the kids, there's a lady with the kid, also doesn't kill her, so they're fine.
That's two. So that's like Darth Vader's fucking redemption. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fair.
You do one big good thing, but that doesn't add up to all the other shit.
That still makes him more likable than Laurie. I hate to say.
Darth Vader is more likable than Laurie Schrodes in Rob Zombie's Halloween movies.
Yeah. In this universe.
Even the sheriff that her father sends to protect Annie is a fucking asshole prick. And she's an asshole prick to the guy that her father sent. And Annie's not smart enough to figure out, hey, it's Halloween. I can't find my best friend Laurie. Dad called up. He had a weird fucking tone in his voice. Yeah. And now there's a sheriff's guy outside my fucking house with a shotgun.
I should be a bitch
to him. Yeah. Hey, let's be a real asshole to him. Now, I guess the therapist was okay.
She actually didn't do anything wrong.
And she lives.
Well, she stole the money from Petty.
I hope so. I really hope she did. I hope Margot did steal it and maybe just didn't know she was stealing it, or maybe she did. Oh man. So anyway, then she sees dead Annie, freaks out. Then of course, we get the fantastic acting and the flashbacks to her as a kid, remembering.
Yeah, just to remind people that this is the little girl from Halloween 4 and 5.
Yeah. You remember her as a kid, right? And you're like, yeah.
Yeah, and she's naked and bloody on the ground right
now I see her asshole. Like, this is weird.
Oh, and this part pissed me off, too, because you have Brad Dourif acting his ass off in this scene.
Fantastic,
screaming his lungs out, and he has a very famous scream, and they cut it. It's completely silent. You just see him screaming, but you don't hear it. I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you cut out your most talented actor?
Well, you can't show up the wife because she's got that incredible fucking living dead girl act going on. You don't want anybody showing her up.
Yeah.
You think that's it? You think he directs everybody to suck as bad as his wife because he feels bad, or he's trying to keep her employed?
Oh, maybe she has no idea she's bad, and he censors all over social media, so no negative reviews get made.
She's just living a Truman Show-esque existence, thinking she's an A-list celebrity.
Everything on his social media is muted except for great ass.
There's whiteout over newspapers in their house, with reviews of the movie, just completely unlikable, and they just made it say completely likable. Hey.
Well, maybe Brad Dourif is a likable character, but he's also kind of a little bit stupid. With all the shit that's going on, don't be smoking a fucking cigar. Go home. Yeah. Do something.
And it is funny, how they surprise him with the news about the 911 call.
Takes them forever to say it.
So funny.
Well, then why are you telling me?
We got to go. There was a 911 call. It's an emergency. He's like, yeah, we're cops. That's what we do.
Did you send somebody? Yes.
Yeah,
then
but
why are you asking me?
Because it's your house. It's a real, bad old TV reveal, you know? We can't arrest...
The call is coming from inside your house.
We can't arrest the killer? Why not? Because we found out you're the killer. It's your alter ego. It's one of those bullshit reveals.
Yeah.
So stupid. So, she, of course, Mike goes after her. She runs away through the woods.
Oh, yeah, what a shocker. It's Laurie running around and screaming her ass off.
Yeah.
I skipped ahead about
you know what I did,
seconds.
Tim? This is when I upped the speed on the Plex.
I couldn't figure out how to do it on mine. Usually there's a thing where you can up the speed, but
that's
I
a
couldn't
little
find the
pro
option.
podcaster's tip for you is sometimes you've got to up the speed of the movie you're trying to watch because there's 5-minute long scenes of Michael Myers walking behind a woman running through the woods and nothing else happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she finds a guy in a car on the road and he's like, "Oh, can I give you a ride someplace?"
Oh, do you know who this guy is?
No.
He's the kid
familiar.
in the people under the stairs. He's the kid under the stairs, the one who has his tongue cut off.
Oh, then I don't know who he is.
No, the movie.
I don't know the actor's name.
By the way, there's a movie that doesn't get enough credit.
People Under the Stairs.
Fantastic
I love that
movie. Yeah.
I hate
you're
that
wrong,
movie.
Tim.
Okay.
It's okay. But then, yeah, so of course he's all like, "All right, well, I'll save you. Get in the car." She gets in the car. He gets stabbed, of course, because, everybody has to die, which I'm mostly...
Yeah, he gets thrown to the windshield, right?
That's right. And then Michael's move is...
Push the car over like a T-Rex.
God, Jesus Christ.
Flip the car over like a rhino. Like, what the fuck? Oh, and then okay, because he's trying to kill her, right? But then the car catches on fire, and he takes her out of it.
Yeah, because he has to bring her home.
Because he's got
what Mama Firefly keeps saying.
So why did he knock the car over?
Yeah, what if he killed her then?
Yeah, no idea. Because he's dumb?
Okay,
he's,
fair
maybe
point.
He's a little touched.
This movie is
he did get shot in the head. He might have some brain trauma.
Yeah, he's a dum-dum. Yeah, you're right. Never mind. What was I thinking? He's a dum-dum. So he rescues her, takes her out to the shack, and within 10 minutes, that shack is surrounded.
Yep. By cops. They have a helicopter.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, what the fuck is with the mom making Lori say she loves her? Now Lori sees the hallucinations, I guess.
Which says that they're real?
That's what I mean, is, were they supposed to be real? The way that this movie is, it wants to have it both ways, and you can't. Because one hand it's saying that they're real, and the other hand they're saying it's not. Because there's a scene where Loomis goes in there, right? And he's like, run. And she's like, I can't. They're holding me. And you see her by herself doing a fucking Fight Club thing, rolling around. But then the camera also cuts back, and it's young Michael holding on to her as old Michael is standing there, and the mom is standing there.
She would have no way of knowing what these people looked like.
Yeah, that's a good point, too. She wouldn't know what the mom looks like. She wouldn't know what the young Michael looks like.
This is a psychic connection with Michael Myers is what it's establishing. She's having the same hallucinations he does.
Yeah.
So they're psychic, so there is supernatural.
Well, no, how about this? I'll do you one better, Candice. Let's say, because it's a pretty big story, right? So she could have definitely seen the picture of young Michael and the mom in the newspaper.
I've seen the mom's
TV,
picture
right?
at the strip club.
That's true, if she ever drove by it. Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now, here's a ghost question. How does she hallucinate in the same clothes that Michael Myers is seeing them both wear?
Yeah.
And the horse, how does she know anything about the horse? Whatever.
That's right. What if the horse is a gilding?
That's a good point. So, meanwhile, the news is there also immediately because Loomis sees it on TV and he's like,
where's he at right now? Because he was just on that show.
Yeah, now he's in the hotel.
Is that close to Haddonfield, Illinois?
No, he's at the hotel now.
Yeah, everybody gets there at the speed of light. This must be the smallest fucking town.
You're saying, Candice, that Weird Al was on some local access news show.
Exactly. That's what they would have. How else could he get there that quickly?
So then the Norman show is a public access show for Haddonfield. They got Weird Al as a guest and Loomis. And
that was their big draw, their local celebrity.
Then he went to the Four Seasons Haddonfield to stay.
Exactly.
It depends on how far Chicago is, right? Chicago would be a big enough market.
But he's there in like 10 seconds.
A show like that.
Right, because then he drives immediately from the hotel to the fucking shack. By the way,
this is all happening at night, in the same night.
By the way, did they give him the address to the shack? Like, what the fuck?
How does he know this shack?
Yeah, there's no cell phones and no GPS, right?
Shack. Like,
there's
what
no
the fuck? Whatever. At this point, I'm picking nits. So, yeah, he shows up, tells the cops, like, wait, it's fine, guys. I got this. all go draw him out. And they don't tell him okay, but they also don't stop him.
Yeah, he walks right in there.
And he also doesn't understand. Yeah, he also doesn't understand what the draw out means.
Because his idea of drawing out is to go in there.
Is letting Michael Myers
is to go in there, yeah, and try to get her and bring her out, which is not drawing him out, really. But okay. So he's like in there, Laurie, come on, let's go. We got to get out of here. She's like, I can't. There's a little kid holding me down. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like at this point, her brain's broken. Just leave.
Yeah. Shoot her in the head.
Right.
Just be like, hey, you know what? She's already dead, guys. Open fire.
Hey, they shoot horses, don't they?
They shoot white horses, don't they? So, yeah, he draws Michael out, I suppose, sort of. And Michael gets shot.
Well, now, how is Michael drawn out?
Well,
of
he
this
comes
shot?
after Loomis, of course, and stabs him while saying,
"No, they both come busting out of the fucking
fighting,
wall."
Right.
But, and then he takes off the mask and just says, "Die."
Yeah, that's what you want. He finally got Michael Myers to talk.
Yeah, the two things you want from Michael Myers: remove the mask and talk.
Yep.
Yeah, it was like there was a licensing problem with the fucking mask.
You never see it.
Where they couldn't show it all the time?
Literally, like, so the son that inherited the rights to do this, like, there are rules if you're making a Halloween movie. The few things that Michael can't do, one of them is die, but this guy made an exception for Rob Zombie and just let him do whatever.
I guess he must have really liked him.
I guess. I can't tell why.
Well, no, because the mask looks off, and when you see it, it's always like wet, dripping. It's getting ripped all over the place. Yeah. He's taking it off. He's putting it back on.
Like 9/10 of the movie, he doesn't have it on.
Yeah, I don't.
You see his face in broad daylight.
I don't think it's a.
Imagine a Friday the 13th movie where Jason takes the hockey mask off.
Oh, I know. Could you imagine if there's no Jason in it? It'd be weird, huh?
Oh man. This fucking movie.
No, I think this is more Rob Zombie's, like, this ain't your daddy's Michael Myers.
This ain't my daddy's. This ain't my granddaddy's. This ain't my grandkids' fucking movie.
Michael Myers gets shot and dies.
Yep. And takes his mask off and talks.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, this sucks. Let me tell you all what my... No, he gets RoboCopped.
But then again, does he die? Because in the other movie, he got shot in the head and he came back. And none of the cops shoot this guy in the head. They're all taking body shots on him.
Because then when Laurie wanders out, she's the new Michael, right?
Oh, that's...
Because now she sees dead Michael. She sees baby Michael. She bends down. She takes the knife.
Wait, hold on. I didn't see that part. Did they do a fucking Return of the Jedi thing? Where she sees the Force ghost of her mom, the fucking
she sees dead baby Michael laying next to dead Michael. Right?
Yes,
she sees her mom and everything. And she bends down, she takes the knife, and the whole town's just like, maybe we just kill this bitch. The driving around screaming at everybody, like, maybe kind of fuck her, you know?
Yeah, because she doesn't do anything threatening.
No, they
light her ass up.
Kill her in cold blood.
Oh man, she gets shot like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
That's why, Eddie, when you sent me the thing where like you had like 10 minutes left, I was like, the last 5 minutes, I'll laugh out loud. Really
okay, so I have a question for you, Eddie.
Okay.
Is this cover of Love Hurts as good as Freebird at the end of Devil's Rejects?
Oh my god.
He got a big head with that fucking use of Freebird, man. Everybody loved that. It was like the best use of Freebird ever. I'll never see Freebird the same way.
If I'm being honest, using Freebird in your movie is really bad. Right? Like, it's extremely bad. It is not a good song. Like,
it's a great song.
Devil's Rejects was perfect. Yeah, that was the one perfect use of. Well, okay,
that's the one time
that
you can
in
use
Willy's
that song.
Wonderland. I'll give it to Willy's Wonderland also when you got Nick Cage walking out and the dickhead that has to give him the keys to his car back and he just loads up and drives off. Also, that's fine. this Love Hurts cover is so bad. And
yeah.
first of all, not a great song anyway.
What does
Has
it have to do
nothing-
with
No
the movie?
fucking clue.
Besides,
Nothing to
Love
do.
Hurts. With just that one, two
Literally
words.
nothing
That's
to
it.
do with the movie. And then we cut to a long white hallway, right?
Oh,
we-
Because she's
my
still
God.
alive.
Again.
She got shot 6 times and she's
So-
still alive.
Well, she's the new
Right.
Michael
So-
Myers, right?
She's not, yeah. She's supposed to be dead here.
Is she?
Yeah.
She doesn't look dead. She
in
just
the
looks sick.
director's commentary, the intent is that she's dead, but
And
this
the mom
is
coming for her.
her afterlife thing. This is her brain bubble place that she's
Uh-huh.
gone to.
Well, it really does not telegraph that.
No.
Well, no, because what I was wondering is that I saw that long shot. I'm like, wait a second, what? And then they kept getting close. I'm like, this makes zero fucking sense at all. That's no way that there would ever be a fucking hospital room like that at the end of a long fucking hallway. And then when Moon Zombie comes out on the fucking horse, I'm like, oh, that's why they did it. So she can come out on the fucking horse and
Here
walk
you
down the
go.
hallway.
Rob Zombie had every main character killed off in the ending, including Michael and Laurie, to finally ensure that another film could not be made.
Oh, yeah. Just end on a high
Yeah,
note.
that's all
This is
worked.
his legacy.
Yeah. Would have been great, wouldn't it, if this just we
He did it worse, and
if
nobody
we
could do it
drew a
worse than
line
me.
under the Halloween franchise because
Done.
of this movie. Oh, I bet even Matt would have something negative to say about that. So yeah, that's it. That is Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie, our first entry into March Badness. And folks,
So that was the wait. Hold on, that was
that
the
was it.
ultimate
Yeah,
ending?
the original
The one that we didn't
the original ending of it was that Laurie lived.
But how
Wait,
is that? How is that
different
done?
than the ending I was told about.
Okay, what's the ending
So
you were
this
told
was,
about?
Oh.
I can't back this up. This is what someone told me on Instagram.
Mhm.
They said that the original
Oh,
theatrical ending is you see, Laurie wearing Michael's coat and mask, and it looks ridiculous because she's like tiny, and she's wearing the clothes of like a 7-foot man, And he said that everybody in the movie theater was laughing hysterically.
Maybe a test
I don't
screening,
know.
or he was really hot.
No idea.
I have to find a picture of this because it sounds too fucking stuff. You know what? I'll find a picture later.
Do we recommend this
sure.
movie?
Sure, Jim.
No. Do we apologize to Matt Anderson? Yes,
I don't have to.
do.
But
Yeah, I
whatever.
didn't do anything wrong.
Let's see. What else?
Try to top this.
Me? Oh, I got
Yeah.
you. I tried to
Okay.
top it, and you guys fucking pushed out on me. I don't want to watch a 3-hour movie.
A 3-hour movie, Eddie. Come on.
And you already told us that you watched like an hour of it, like
It's-
nothing happens.
It might be the worst thing I've ever seen committed to a recordable medium. It's abysmal.
It makes this movie look like a masterpiece.
This movie is at least a movie compared to that.
It's a movie.
This is a fever dream.
The
the
highest
movie.
of honors.
The movie I'm talking about. I might have found a movie so bad that it is too bad for us to cover.
I had actually the worst movie I've honestly ever seen is iZombie, but that would be terrible for a podcast.
Gotcha. So I guess what do we do then? We tease next week's. We tease
What is
Tim's,
next week's? I
Tim's
don't even
pick,
know.
I guess.
My
Did you
Did I
pick something? No, you didn't,
already?
did you? You son of a bitch.
Oh no, I kind of did, but it turns out that you
Oh,
liked
which
the
one
movie.
was it?
So
Strangeland.
No, I
Strangeland.
don't like the movie. It's fucking terrible.
that's not
No,
what you
it's
said here.
fucking hilarious.
I'm pretty sure that Eddie's a fan of Strangeland, and you said, ironically, yeah, it's a piece of
Yeah.
shit, and it's hilarious.
I like it
So let's just take your
ironically,
like-
Tim. I
And I
don't
said
like
half
it
right.
like it. I like it like, wow, let's go watch Strangeland, guys.
That's still liking
Fucking
it, even
Dee
though
Snider
ironic,
is a-
right?
Not even a killer. He's a torturer with body piercings.
Yeah.
D-
and he's Captain.
On
His,
the
his
internet,
name's
yeah.
Captain Howdy.
Old man Snyder. Like, what the...
Oh.
What a terrible...
Oh my god, hear him talk about it. His wife was so upset by the script. She thought he was so disgusting because of it. It's just so extreme.
That movie?
That
for
movie,
Strangeland. I've seen more extreme fucking episodes of SVU. That's nothing. Yeah.
True.
So if you want to cover Strangeland, Tim, I am all for it, buddy.
Give me a couple I'll find
tentatively Strangeland. Then we're going to round up the month with my pick. And boy, oh boy, we already have a special guest booked for mine. Yeah. No,
Did Neil Breen make a horror movie?
I wish. He followed me on Twitter. Oh, I'm so happy. He followed me on Twitter, and I talked to Diamondback. We're talking about covering Fateful Findings potentially.
I'm looking forward to it
next month. We have to. But I have to make up a theme.
More canned tuna fish.
So, Candice, thank you for your selection. Really, is there anything better than this?
Start off on a high note
that you want people to pay attention to on the internet?
No, at HorrorHoochie69 on Twitter and Instagram. That's pretty much it.
Okay. What about you, Tim?
Just as always, give us 5 stars. If you can't join the Patreon, you're missing out. Because you don't even have to join the Patreon. You get free access to the Discord.
Discord's absolutely free. In fact, somebody just joined from the Grindbin Discord the other day so they could jump on the stream.
Yeah, we're fun. We like fun.
Okay, we had, what was it? Return to Bloodfart Lake was streamed over the weekend. And you missed it. You missed it, too.
I missed that one. Yeah, I know. I'd rather watch that in private by myself.
You really want to concentrate on that one. So check us out online. Go to patreon.com/bloodybits to get access to all of our bonus episodes and the blood bank with over 5,600 rare, weird, occult, horror, action, whatever the fuck you want. Yeah, almost double Netflix, by the way. So they fucking suck. And adding new shit almost every day, if I'm being honest.
And by request, try calling Netflix up and say, hey, can you get murder mafia style?
Yeah. And if you don't know what the blood bank is, it's a server that I've set up that's got a bunch of movies on it that you can access via pretty much everything. Anything that has
Roku, your Xbox, anything.
Yeah, your computer, your phone, anything that's got the Plex, Plex app on it. And it's got a shitload of movies that I've curated, sort of. And TV shows. Yep. Let's take a look at several of our newest additions real quick. This is good advertising, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got a minute.
We got time.
That's right. Savings time, motherfuckers. I've got Trash Humpers. We just added that. It's from 2011. Follow a small group of elderly peeping Toms through the shadows and margins of an unfamiliar world.
Very nice.
Oh, I like the sound of that. Sounds like it was a movie
it's a Harmony Korine movie.
Oh, boy.
I fucking love Harmony Korine.
Oh, no.
What?
Well, I'm not watching that.
Why not?
Because I don't like watching movies that make me feel like I need to take a shower.
You don't like Harmony Korine movies?
No.
Tim, you ever seen Gummo?
What's wrong with that?
Oh, God. That's the only movie I've ever turned off.
Oh, that fucking asshole from David Letterman?
I love Harmony Korine. We also added The Zero Boys from 1986. That's got Daniel Hirsch in it, Kelly Maroney. We got, what else we got?
Kelly Maroney.
Yeah. She plays Jamie. It's about a group of friends that travel to the wilderness area to play a survival game. Soon, they unexpectedly find themselves in a real-life survival situation. Eat your heart out, fucking Tropic Thunder. And Church of Darkness. I don't know.
That sounds promising.
It's from 2022. Takes place in Mission Point, Florida.
Oh,
that's
boy.
Very specific. And it's got nobody in it I've ever heard of. So,
but you can watch
it's a documentary.
It's 87 minutes long, so you know it's good.
The good thing about 87-minute long movies is you can tell within like 7 minutes of watching what you're going to be getting.
So, speaking of movies in the blood bank, I needed a movie that I could just start and not get invested in. So I picked Amityville Moon.
Oh, boy.
And believe it or not, that was a surprisingly competent movie.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So there's a Candice pick from the bank.
I watched The Lieutenant Wears a Skirt.
Yeah. I just added that one, Tim. Yep.
Great fucking movie. Holy shit. And I watch Yes, Madam with Michelle Yeoh
Look at
and
that.
Cynthia
Such
Rothrock.
good stuff. Okay, I'm looking at the movie that I picked for the bad movie month here.
Uh-huh.
It's got a runtime of 73 minutes.
Oh, tight.
Oh, no, Candice. That means there's going to be a lot of bad shit all jammed together. It's just going to be
Tim,
Better
you're
than
welcome.
2 hours
Shit.
of it. Or
Yep,
3 hours
I've
of
done
it.
you all a favor. So,
no, because we could always watch that 3-hour movie on 8 times speed.
that's
To
fair.
knock that out in 20
You probably
minutes.
would gather just as much info as I did. So yeah, I guess for Tim and Candice, I can say this is how we end it. With disappointment. Just like the movie. Goodbye.